Yo. Welcome. Hello. Do I still remember how to stream? Hello. We should be live. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. Yo. Middle of a cutscene? Kinda. I just wanted to... recap why we're here. I skipped all of the story in my own time so that I can actually farm effectively the event and stuff. Welcome, guys. So I can farm the event. So I just went back to my previous VOD because I didn't remember where we left off to check where we left off, and then I skipped to the point where we left off, and this is here. So that's where we are. That's why I'm here, because I didn't want to be scrambling about the event during the stream. So I prepped it. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we only have the story left, basically. I did all of the battles, all of the farming. I more or less cleared out the shop. I have a few things left, but more or less cleared it out. Did all the CQs. I didn't level any of my characters since then. I leveled up my Kalyasho a bit. I'm going to show you later. I also am a bit limited on time today. I have exactly 3 hours today, so I need to end the stream exactly in 3 hours on the dot. So we have 3 hours, and we are gonna be speedrunning this event because I want to finish this today. If we're not finishing it today, then I am finishing it on my own because I want to continue on with the main story. How's the CQ? Kind of annoying. Used command spells. I got to the last bar, I guess, but then didn't break the guts. So then I whited out, and then I had to, or blacked out, and then I had to use the command spells. It was fine though. Bazett was able to do it. It's Bazett double Scuddy can do the CQ. But yeah, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, let's go into the actual event though. As I said, I want to fully continue on with the main story as fast as possible, so I'm trying to speedrun everything else. I think tomorrow's stream we have some interludes to check out and stuff. I don't think we're going to be starting Tunguska, but I think on Thursday we are. I think that's the plan. I'm not fully certain, actually. My mods know more than I do. So yeah. Okay. Mash. What was Mash's voice? Oh god. Oh my... Someone here in the hall. I think it's one of those exorcists we met in the lobby. That was not her voice. Excuse me, do you have a moment? What's up, Bazett? Should be. Thank you, mods. Okay. You're... Oh, right. You're the last psychics to show up earlier. That was it? Nobody remembers anymore. It's not often you see exorcists working as a team. You seem pretty young, too. Shouldn't you be at school? We don't go to school. We both work for a research facility. Oh, I remember now. We also don't actually have any psychic powers. Our main job is, well, I guess you could say it involves studying folklore. Nice pivot, Mash. Yeah, you always come through. So you're not actually here to perform exorcisms, huh? Sounds like you and I are in the same boat then. I don't care about the money. I already got more than I know what to do with. Okay. Okay. Sugar mama. No, I'm here because I received a report that there's someone who needs to be I mean, someone crucial to the humankind's advancement in this country. My job is to reinvestigate that person, not to exercise ghosts. I see, you do have kind of a secret agent thing going on. Limbo voice still missing? I'm waiting for the correct character for it. That being said, I'm not a rank amateur either. I slain my share of evil spirits. I wasn't expecting to be treated as an exorcist when I got here, but I don't mind. It works out to the same thing in the end. You looking for someone? Is this person here at the inn? No, I just came here to freshen up. Really, that's all. I don't know anything about the Secret Springs. I just thought I would rest a little before I got started on in earnest. Though I admit, I'm not tired at all. Really? No thoughts about the wish-granting Secret Springs? Kalyasho? Bro, he has such a deep voice. Of course not. It's just a coincidence that I happen to choose these springs. Yes, that's it. I did hear that there are 5 wish-granting springs in total, but I also heard that they only open up one per day. Yeah, great. And I'm pretty sure the spirit root ones are no longer available, which are the only ones that I actually wanted to farm. And I never got to farm them because they were always at the hours where I wasn't available. I was farming a few of them though. They're really good for QP farming. They gave me about like 5 million QP per run, which is kind of nice. Whether that's true or not, it makes sense to put limits on things that supposedly grant wishes. There's only one problem. Oh, what's that? They said the secret springs only work on one person. Well, specifically, once a spring grants someone's wish, that spring apparently loses its effect for a whole year. What? Yoshisuke said that the people who had their wishes granted in the past were chosen completely at random. So just going in first doesn't guarantee your wish. It sounds more like playing the lottery. Human me, under those circumstances, what do you think would be the best way to ensure your wish comes true? Reduce the competition? Yeah. Ooh. Exactly. The best way to prevent another guest getting their wish granted instead of you is to make sure you're the only guest left. But don't take it too seriously. That's just a thought experiment. Just a theory. Still, there aren't going to be many people at the haunted inn located way up in the mountains, and it's too far away for the police to keep an eye on. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a series of unfortunate accidents out here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this mechanic. But it is what it is. This hallway has such a historical feel to it. I can't wait to see what the hot springs at the end of it are like. There's a sign that says Kumano Inn, old building. I guess this means the building we've been in is new. And the one containing the hot spring facilities has been preserved in its original state. Oh, whoa, you're here. Oops. Sorry about that, Missy. I was so distracted I didn't look where I was going. I can't believe I got dizzy after only an hour in the bath. Maybe this is a sign I finally ought to retire. Not at all. I'm the one who should apologize. I was walking backwards and should have been more aware. By the way, this may be a strange question, but your name wouldn't happen to be Muramasa, would it? Muramasa? That's awfully nice of you to say. But no, that name's a little too big for my britches. Oh. I do own a forge or two, but these days, I'm just an art dealer. The name's Shira. Oh. So many people here who look like others we know. It's actually Shira. Over half the guests here are shameless frauds. I ought to know. I'm one of them. I know a few tricks for cleaning up spiritual disturbances, but nobody here's a full-blown exorcist. But you two, you're the real deal. I can tell from the air about you. You've got guts going up against the Kumano Mountains Ox God. Good luck. If you don't make it, I'll make sure you get a proper burial. Thanks, man. That's a crazy game theory. Shiro, just went back towards the new building. It looks like he's one of the guests. That aside, it's very confusing how there are so many people here who look exactly like heroic spirits we know. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a relief which we should keep our guard up. Yeah. I understand. These people may look the same as our heroic spirit friends, but they aren't them. We have to approach them fairly and impartially, without preconceptions. Okay. Oh, the massage chairs. The drink bar, the massage chairs, this looks nice. This must be the entrance to the large bath, and there's the reception desk for the hot springs. There are a lot of massage chairs here too, although there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the counter. Sugitani? Looks that way. Too bad. I was hoping to have a nice cold drink first thing after getting out of the bath. Too bad you can't buy booze from the vending machine. Where's that proprietor when you need them? Hi there, I'm delivery man. Oh, you beat me to it. I'm Sugitani Rainbow. Of course. Exorcist at large. You guys are here to make a killing too, yeah? I'm loving the Kumala Hot Springs so far. Oh, Stream Elements is working! Okay. I added the bot in the chat for the Discord server. There's evil spirits, yokai, and curses all over the place. You wouldn't want them all hanging out in my backyard or anything, but around here, every kitten you take out nets you a nice cash prize. Talk about an easy way to make a living. I was just relaxing in the bath after another full day's work. You two ought to check them out too. Feels so good in there. Oh, it's not in all chat? It's not in top chat? Well, that proprietor guy is a terrible cook, but he does a great job keeping the bats in shape. Yes, we'd love to try the best once we get the opportunity. By the way, can I ask you which one you went in? Me? Just a regular hot spring. Those special secret ones are all dried up now. It seems like they don't bubble up till the middle of the night. The first secret spring's opening up tomorrow. Let's see. I think the first day was the spring of youth. Well, that's one spring I don't need. I'm just going to spend tomorrow morning, hunting monster tanuki up in the woods. What brings you up here? What, me? Same reason as you guys, exercise some ghosts and make some money. My gun's locked, loaded, and ready to send those spirits on to the next world. I see how it is. You two don't believe that the springs can grant wishes, do ya? These hot springs have always carried blessings since long ago, but the whole wish-granting thing began once Kumanoin Yoshisuke took over. You think he made the whole thing up just to attract customers, right? And yeah, most of the time, the secret spring's benefits are rarely better than a placebo. Yeah, I think I feel a little younger. I think I feel luckier with love now. I guess my skin's looking better. Things like that. But the thing is, some folks really did have their wishes granted, and it happened right around this time of year. You know how much this inn used to charge back when it got haunted? 1,000,000 yen a night. So I'd be careful around that proprietor if I was you. He's one hell of a... Nouveau Riche. What? Don't let his appearance fool you. You mean he's particular about money? Okay, thank you. Thank you for simplifying it, Ritsuka. No, nah, the opposite. There's basically two types of rich people out there. People who purposely get rich to make themselves look good, and people who happen to get rich while they were focused on what they truly desire. And Kuma Noin's definitely the latter, no question. So he couldn't care less about how he comes off looking. What's up, Rio?
I believe Yoshisuke said he inherited the sin. Does that mean he's the son of the last proprietor?
No, the last proprietor didn't have any living relatives. Apparently, he retired and lives in Atami these days. Yoshisuke became their adopted son a few years ago. Never heard of him. Kumano and Yoshisuke used to be one of the most popular entertainers around, right before his surprise retirement. Nobody knows why he suddenly quit showbiz. A bunch of magazines wrote about it, but the truth is still a mystery. Okay.
This must be the reference room. Look, it describes this area's history, people who contributed to its development, local crafts. I guess a lot of big ryokan inns must have common spaces like these. What a wonderful way to showcase the local culture.
Don't touch. Yeah, I can't help but notice a certain theme. A bit creepy.
Very true. They're all wonderful works of art. This has the Komuna started producing dolls during the Showa period, and that caused the local economy to flourish. Wow, look at this one, senpai. It's life-size!
Oh, Kashin Koji! I recognize that outfit!
There's something about this doll's design that makes her seem like an elegant woman and a brave warrior all at once. Her hair is so thick it almost looks real, and her wrist joints are so smooth and lifelike. It's no wonder she's on display as a work of art. If I didn't know better, I think she was human. Thank you for the kind words, but I'm afraid you do me too much credit. As you can see, I'm very much alive. If only I was truly a doll. What? You're human, but you didn't have a pulse. Because I was stopping it. It's a little prank. You two were just so cute I couldn't help myself. Hello, guest on the outside. Welcome to the Hermitage Pavilion. My name is Kashin. I live here at the inn. Please, call me Kashinko. Oh, hello. I'm very sorry for treating you like an inanimate object. Did you know you can stop your own pulse, senpai?
You just need to apply pressure under your armpit? What? That's some Jotaro's shit. Okay.
Let's start over. Hello, Kashinko. I'm Mash Girialite, and this is Livermet, my senpai. We'll be staying at the Kumano Hot Springs for a while. I take it it's your job to manage this room then, Kashinko. Oh, I don't work here. Nobody in my family does. We've always just done whatever we feel like. I just live here as a favor to Yoshisuke to make sure the other psychics don't cause any trouble. His advertisements has drawn a lot of psychics who are all talk and no walk. It's a little infuriating. I don't care if they get themselves hurt when they mess up their exorcisms, but we can't let the spirits run around causing havoc after they've been riled up. So when spirits start to go on a rampage after a failed exorcism, I have no choice but to defeat them. I see. So you're a powerful psychic, and Mr. Yoshisuke gives you here as a form of insurance.
Then you just go after spirits causing trouble. You don't get rid of them on your own.
Why would I do that? Yoshisuke is the one who wants them exorcised, not me. I wouldn't take this exorcism stuff too seriously if I were you two. You'll only get yourself hurt or worse. I'd especially stay away from this reference room. The spirits here are especially touchy. You could easily end up cursed if you stop by at the wrong time, especially when it's dark.
What's up, gents? Yeah, I'm doing an early one because I need to end it early as well.
There was a psychic once who came to this room at night and became enchanted by the dolls. That's when she discovered something in the cardboard box. Making figurines for dummies, construction kit included. The next thing she knew, she'd taken out the kit and began single-mindedly working on making her own doll.
Oh. Uh-oh.
She'd never used a chisel or nippers before, so it wasn't long before her fingers and elbows were covered with blood. But even then, she just kept muttering things like, "That's not right, why isn't this working, that should do it," and so on. She worked on that doll for 7 days and 7 nights, without food or sleep. The other psychics and I tried to stop her, but to no avail.
What happened to her?
She disappeared. When I came to the reference room on the 8th morning, she was nowhere to be seen.
What's up, Dynasty?
Maybe she was finally free from the curse and just decided to leave the inn. Of course not. What happened was, this room just gained another doll.
Oh.
I mentioned blood earlier, didn't I? It's because she used her own body as material for the doll.
Ah, very, normal stuff.
Look, it's that one, right there behind you.
This is like some Garden of Sinners shit. It was nice to meet you. It's nice meeting you. The sound effects.
Darn, here I thought I'd get to introduce my friends. Well, hopefully it was a good lesson for them. I don't need any looky-loos causing trouble. If they're just going to die anyway, it'll go down easier if it's only one death per day.
Mm.
What? 'Cause 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 'c
What's this place? Stream elements working. Okay. First 50-50 in like a month. Surely. I'm afraid you can't go in there. I'll take it. It's not the correct voice, but got a 50-50. I'm sorry. I know I said you could exercise as many evil things as you like, but you can't do it here. This place is too much for you to handle.
Sorry, we didn't realize this room was off limits. But what do you mean it's too much for us to handle?
No, yes, perhaps I should have chosen my words better. I don't mean that it's dangerous there. I only mean the door refuses to open, no matter what we try. Rumor has it that it leads directly to hell.
Oh. Oh, don't worry about it.
Between this place and Hell's Pavilion, you must think this mountain has lots of dangerous sounding names, but that's because one of the special powers that work here.
That's because of the special powers that work here.
Or perhaps I should say the special something.
You mean that idol over there? Merlin shows up.
My, I can see you two don't know much about this mountain. Have you ever heard of a yokai called Kudan? They say it was a spirit beast that looked like an ox and could predict the future. People here used to hold it in great reverence.
Yeah, it looks like the future demon from Chainsaw Man.
I can't say I blame them. Anyone who knows exactly what tomorrow has in store will never fail at anything. It's human nature to cling to crutches like that. However, this mountain's Kudan is just a touch different from the others. It turns anyone who talks to it into a Kudan themselves. Impressive, right? Once people know what their future holds, they can take steps to prevent what they don't like. To put it another way, they can give themselves a hopeful tomorrow. What do you think? Makes sense why this Kudan would be revered as a granter of wishes, no?
What does he mean by that? What did he mean by that?
So you're saying the Kumano Mountain's Kudan is the idol being worshipped here?
That's right, although we call him One now. They say his sleeping chambers lie beyond that door. There doesn't seem to be any way to open it, but I'd be careful anyway. Nothing good would come from trying.
You know, we're told you used to be an entertainer.
That was a long time ago. I first visited these hot springs by coincidence after I retired, only to discover that we share the same name. The former proprietor and I hit it off, and eventually I ended up in charge.
Yes, we heard. Apparently they live in Atomy now. Oh, we also met one of your employees earlier, Kashinko, in the reference room. She said she was a psychic you hired yourself.
Did you know? Lady Kashin actually spoke to you two. Not a surprise. She's a misanthropic, shy. She's so shy that she usually never talks to anyone. Damn it, I thought she'd been acting strange the last few days. What does she think she's doing talking to regular guests like that? Oh, sorry, don't mind me. Anyway, I better get going. I'll have your dinner brought to your room. Oh yes, I almost forgot to tell you something important. This room is officially known as One's Road Home. But there are also 4 other dreadful haunted spots around the inn. The endless hallway in the old inn that never ends no matter how far you walk, the Devil's Classroom in the reference room where dark arts are practiced, the Hanged Writer in the Camellia room where no one ever leaves from, and the Inverted Mirror where a reflection will try to kill you. Be sure to stay away from those 4 areas. Many other exorcists have tried their luck with them, and they've all paid a heavy price.
Okay. Noted. $10 p.m. after dinner. The squad! And that's everything we learned from talking to people today.
Secret wish granting springs. Spooky stories of haunted places, and a yokai that's been worshipped on this mountain for ages, huh? Well, I expected as much. This is all starting to sound a lot more believable.
I thought there was something unsettling about this inn, but I had no idea things are that bad. Deliver, Matt. Mash, I'm sorry you two had to do all the work today without me. But I'll be there to help out starting tomorrow. That's okay with you, right, Aozaki?
Yeah, sure. Knock yourself out. I already took care of the problem.
Great. I might still not be able to do anything impressive, but I am a servant now. I know I'm not cut out for investigating and deducing and stuff, but I'll do my best to keep you both safe. Don't worry, thanks to a certain someone, I'm used to being a meat shield. Huh. A meat shield, you say? Tell us more. Sure, I'll be glad to. The next time we have 5 hours to spare, I should be able to tell you the whole story. You're not gonna believe what I have to say about a certain someone who may or may not be in this room. Damn, he got a bit more subtle, huh?
Something on your mind, Miss Alice. Let me guess. Your wishing dinner had been goosefish hot pot. I don't blame you. All those manky intestines and stuff are right up your... Anyway, nothing you just told us about concerns me all that much. I'm curious about the other guests we haven't met yet, though. More importantly, you're going to be staying in this room, right, Shizuki? Then I'll have Aoko stay with me. Considering the number of people here, that's the most logical way to handle this. You don't mind, right, Aoko? Huh? I was hoping to hear more about Chaldea's slumber party style, but I guess that's fine. We'll just have to chat after we get to know each other better. Then it's settled. Now, let's go. It's getting late. Yeah, I get it. You're so creepingly shy. Don't mind Alice too much, guys. She doesn't actually dislike you. She's just cautious about what she says to other people. She might be crabby, standoffish, and a bit too proud for her own good, but she'd never spend time in the same room with you, if she didn't like you. Honestly, it's amazing that she was willing to spend an hour in here after only just meeting you, right, Sojiro?
I don't know if I'd say that. She's a lot more sociable now than she used to be. In fact, she was at Janice all by herself the other day. You know that cafe with the strawberry-themed menu?
Whoa, really? Oh wait, I better know what happened there. She probably just got a craving for strawberry shortcake and couldn't wait until you or I got back.
Huh.
It looks like you and I have a lot of catching up to do, Aoko. Come with me. I'm going to pluck out what you know. Just like I dare the stems of strawberries.
Well, what you know. Okay, pluck out what you know. Jesus.
And there she goes off on her own. Okay, I guess it means it's time to call it a night. Well, since we're staying at a hot spring inn and all, maybe I'll take a quick dip before going to bed.
Sounds good.
Oh, right. I know I can trust you and all, so I'm going to tell you this now. If this singularity isn't resolved, a wishing star is going to come here and wipe out humankind.
Okay. Thanks. Whoa.
What?
Huh? Wipe out humankind! Well, this wouldn't be the first time Aoko spotted something crazy out of nowhere. There's no point in trying to apply common sense to it. We'll just have to surround her tomorrow and have her tell us what she did this time. Anyway, would it be okay to discuss sleeping arrangements now? I count 3 bedrooms in this suite. I assume you two are each going to take one, so would it be okay if I use the remaining one? Yeah, sure man. Go for it. Thanks. Don't mind if I do that. I love sleeping in a proper bed. It's good for the soul.
Are you actually feeling sleepy, Sojiro? I thought servants don't usually need to sleep.
Really? You mean Chaldean servants don't even get time off to sleep?
No, it's not like that. I was just wondering if using your spirit form instead might help you conserve more magical energy, that's all.
Oh, I see. Right. You mentioned that most servants can change into spirit form during dinner. I've actually been trying to change into mine for a while now, but I can't seem to pull it off. My eyesight, stamina, and strength are all about what I used to be too, and I enjoyed my dinner just as much as always. Bro, are you a guardian or what? So yes, I think I'll get sleepy at night. I could stay up to keep watch if you need me to, but if possible, I'd rather not. I can tell sleeping will help me conserve magical energy, and I'd like to make sure I have enough for when I really need it. Master Shield will alert us to any danger. Oh man, that shield of yours is great, Mash. It seems like it can do anything. Almost makes me wish Aozaki would take a page or two from it. Oh, and speaking of your servant, I have something to tell you. While you two were looking around the inn. Even guardians can go into spirit form? I guess so, yeah.
Uh-oh. What is it? Did something bad happen?
Oh no, nothing like that. I just called the proprietor and reserved a private outdoor bath for you for tomorrow. He said you can use it after dinner. Since you're staying at the hot spring inn and all, it'd be a shame not to enjoy the outdoor bath at least once. Wow, talk about considerate. Wake up.
Wake up, senpai. We have an emergency. Something terrible has happened.
Oh boy. I have canned bananas for breakfast. What? The hell are canned bananas?
Sorry to disturb your sleep, but you need to get dressed and head to the public bath right away. There's been a murder. It's Aoko. She's dead.
What? What?
What did you say?
What do you mean Aoko's dead? What's up, Matt? Let it load. Oh my goodness, that's pretty graphic. Jesus Christ, what? I can't believe it. She really is dead.
Take a good look. Is that the other girl you came here with?
Yes, that's Aozaki Aoko. But how did this happen?
Aozaki. Didn't she say her name was Suseritsuka?
Oh. That was just a pseudonym.
I see. Well, I used to be in the show business. I can understand why someone might want to keep a low profile. Anyway, now that you have confirmed the victim's identity, we need to go back to the lobby. That natural detective told me I need to gather all the guests in one place.
Detective?
I believe some of you already know what I'm about to say, but as the proprietor of this inn, I have tragic news to share. One of our guests was found dead at the Secret Wish Spring, the Spring of Youth. Her name was Aozaki Aoko. The cause of death seems to have been a rear cranial fracture. In the back of her skull and her brains were caved in.
Jesus Christ.
Aozaki. Did you say Aozaki?
I did. She was staying here under a pseudonym for personal reasons. I'm sad to say she's confirmed deceased, so the public baths will be off limits for a while. I've already notified the police, so things will probably get a little crazy around here soon. But before they arrive, the detective over there requested that I ask you all what you were doing last night.
Oh, what? Toby? What? You're telling us a detective just happened to be out here when something like this went down. Ain't that awfully convenient?
know what you mean. Why in the world did he come here? Come all the way from Tokyo now, of all times? Still, the fact remains that someone died. I doubt there'd be any harm in doing what he says until the police get here. Go ahead then, detective. All of you, please do what he says.
That's crazy. I'm Tsukiji Tobimaru. I run a detective agency in Tokyo. I was here on company trip with my 2 assistants. I'd like to ask each of you your name, address, hobbies, and purpose of your trip, but unfortunately, we don't have the time for that, and honestly, I couldn't care less. Nice. So for the time being, all I want from each of you is to testify where you were last night. Also, which of you discovered the body? I need to get a detailed statement from you later.
I guess I'll start then. I'm Kumano Yoshisuke. Last night, I closed the front desk at 1 in the morning and went back to my office. I was just about to check on the hot springs a little before 5 o'clock when a guest knocked on my door and told me there was a dead body. I went with that guest to the public bath, where I confirmed there was a body, and then I hurriedly contacted the rest of my guests.
Right, I had the time for that at 5:32 AM. I know because you woke me up then too. You know, this is going to take too damn long with this many people here. Let's get this all done at once. Those of you who slept in your rooms last night, raise your hands. Everyone, huh? Guess I should have known. Not like there's anything else to do this far out in the mountains. Let's see. Miss Hirugi, was it? You're staying with your husband and daughter, right? Where are they?
I hadn't stayed in our room. My daughter's still just a child, so I couldn't expose her to something so terrible. If you need to interrogate me, I'll come to your room later by myself. Will that do?
Sorry, I can't let you do that. We're not supposed to interview suspects alone.
No, why's that?
Having a third party present makes sure no one can claim the interviewer as bribed or unethically influenced. It also reduces the risk of any unfortunate accidents.
Oh my, how prudent. All the more reason I'd rather have my family not meet you.
This pretty lady is with the Yakuza, alright? I can feel her murderous intent all the way from here. Now then, who discovered the body again? Me, that'd be me. Seriously? After you disappeared yesterday, I thought you'd gone back to living in the mountains. Some helpful assistant you turned out to be, Sojiro. The hell were you doing? No, wait, don't tell me. We still don't know what happened to this deceased, but I can tell what happened to you. You look awful, like you're at least 10 years younger now. Yes, those wish-granting springs really do work. Hey, yeah, I remember now. You're that guy who came here with the detective. So you got your youth back from the spring. Does that mean the stories about them are true? Oh, actually, that's a bit awkward. Great, just great. So much for our restful company retreat. Huh? Why's that? Because now it's looking a lot more likely that we are dealing with a homicide. Why will the police get here?
It'll take them some time given our remote location, but they should still be here by the afternoon.
Alright. No one's to leave this inn until they arrive. No one. He looked terrible about 10 years younger, yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's right. He looks a bit better nowadays than he did back then. You can make yourself scarce if you want. But keep in mind, doing that means you'll be subject to a thorough questioning by the police. What's that supposed to mean? The proprietor said the victim's skull was fractured, right? She probably just slipped and hit her head. But now you're talking about us like we're murder suspects, before you've even investigated anything. Bro has that yes haircut. I mean, it's better than whatever the fuck the current haircut is. Or this haircut here on the young Sojiro. You're not like suspects. I don't believe for a second that she of all people would slip and kill herself. I don't need to wait for the autopsy. In case I wasn't clear the first time, let me spell it out for you. Aozaki Aoko was murdered. And the killer is right here in this room. Dun dun dun. Also, I've never seen that Ascension of Speech Terror, I don't think. This one, the schoolgirl one.
Okay, all the other guests have gone back to their rooms. What are you going to do now, detective?
You're going to show me the crime scene first. Don't worry, I won't touch a thing. Sojiro, you're obviously coming with me, since you're my assistant, but I'm going to insist you come along too, Kuonji. You might be acting like this has nothing to do with you, but with Aozaki dead, that makes you my top suspect. Story sprite in Cyber Wars 2? Oh, okay.
Monsieur is still as blunt as ever, Tsukiji. I can't say you're wrong, though.
You know the detective, Miss Kuonji.
Yes, I haven't seen him in years, though. He works with Shizuki now, and he was a friend of Aoko's in high school. He originally moved to Tokyo to go into corporate detective work, but he ended up working many disturbing cases that he became better known as a private eye. Isn't that right, Tsukiji? Are you enjoying life now? Are you enjoying life now that you've lured my friend into pursuing your hobbies instead of letting him work an honest job?
Crazy. Well, that's sure one way of putting it. I'm surprised to see you here too, Kuonji. Now, you two. I know I asked you to stay put since the guest ledger said Aozaki was staying with you, but if you'd rather not see her body, I understand. That said, if you got a stomach for it, then come with me. I have some questions for you.
What do you think, Senpai? He may not be putting it in the friendliest terms, but I think he's genuinely trying to be considerate.
Yeah, sure, we'll go. I'd like to make sure that it's Aoko. Got it. You said your names were delivery at a mesh, right? You seem like decent enough folks compared to some of the other guests. I'd appreciate any help you can offer. I can't be sure seeing as it's a bath, but I'd say the time of death was less than 2 hours ago, since rigor mortis hasn't set in. Anything unusual stand out to you? Aoko's fully clothed despite being in a bath? Right. It sure doesn't look like she was about to go in. Which means she probably came here for a different reason. Then the killer showed up and bashed her head in from behind.
So she died from blunt force trauma. I don't suppose there's any security camera footage, is there?
A camera in the public bath. That'd be a big problem on its own. But no. There are no security cameras anywhere in the premises. Sojiro there confirmed this much when we checked in. I did? Wow, go me. Not you, the other you. The other you, Shizuki.
What a hard worker you are, Shizuki. By the way, did you and Shizuki really come here together?
Yeah, we checked every corner of the inn before saying he was going to go off to take a look at the surrounding area. And that was the last time I saw of him until he came back looking like his teenage self again and said he had found Aoko dead. I've got questions for you too, Sojiro, but Aozaki comes first. I don't usually go around avenging the death, but I'm going to make sure whoever did this to her pays. Wow, Tobimaru, you still haven't gotten over Aozaki.
Really? You poor thing. I can't believe you were still carrying a torch for Aoko even after high school.
Damn! That expression. I don't have feelings for her. And I don't need your pity. Quit giving people the wrong idea. When the both of you get so into lockstep anyway.
Senpai, Aoko, Alice, Soldier, and Skiji all seem like very different people. But seeing them like this, I get the feeling they were very close friends too.
Yeah, there was a lot of history between them. Alright, kids. Stop whispering to each other and get me a towel from the locker room. I know there are rules about preserving the crime scene, but I can't leave things like this. They'll forgive me if I at least cover Aoko's corpse with a towel. Ha! Of course, I was waiting for it to happen. I was waiting for her to come back. I was like, ain't no way she's dead. Ain't no way she's dead. Somehow, Aoko returned.
Hmm? Did you say my corpse? Did I die or something? Oh wow, I did, huh? Yikes. What happened to my head? That's gnarly.
Why do you speak like a surfer, bro? What? Yikes, gnarly? Huh?
Man, it's actually kind of embarrassing to come across your own dead body. Well, the good news is, I'm here, and I'm still alive, so there's no problem. Anyway, hey everyone. Oh, I don't believe I've met you two before. Nice to meet you. I'm Aozaki Aoko. Can we go somewhere a little more comfortable so you can fill me in?
Gladly. Met you? I mean, I didn't know for sure, but I kind of like assumed. I didn't get spoiled by anything, no. I just kind of like assumed that she's gonna be coming back.
I see. So that's how the two of you met before I died. Met me before I died.
Okay.
I only just got here myself, so I obviously don't know you two all that well yet. But I could tell that you were really grieving for me.
Huh.
That makes you just out in my book. Thank you for caring.
She's old but trying to act young? Uh-huh.
Do you think we can still work together?
Can you tell us what's going on? Yeah.
Right, fair enough. This is a headache for me too. Okay, obviously, there's the me who died at the spring. I'll call her Aoko-1 for short.
Okay.
Then there's the me who's here now, Aoko-2. Both of us are the same person.
Okay.
I'm from a point in the future. Quite a while from now, actually.
Okay.
Basically, I time traveled. Oh. I came back because there was an anomaly happening in this time period. You know what the singularity is, right?
Okay, so she's the same as the other Aoko. So is she just gonna be sending back Aokos? Like every time there's gonna be an Aoko who died, and there's gonna be a new Aoko coming in being like, yo, yo, I'm Aoko from the future actually to save this singularity. We're gonna be getting to like Aoko 67.
This standard time and place falls out of sync with the standard time axis and eventually messes up the surrounding historical events if it isn't stopped. I usually ignore them because most of them go away quickly on their own, but this one looked like it could get especially bad. Long story short, it caught my eye, made me realize I have a personal connection to it. That's why I time traveled here to year 2001, from the future. To figure out what happened, of course. You with me so far? Well, why isn't anyone saying anything?
Yeah, one of you is still dead.
Oh, that's because this is a unique situation. As long as the singularity is intact, anything that happens in it has no effect on history.
Okay.
That's why I'm still alive and well in the future, even though the other Aoko died here. My future self learned of Aoko-1's death, so I jumped over here as Aoko-2. But that doesn't mean the future Aoko isn't there anymore. She'll be fine as long as this singularity doesn't grow, saturate, and take root in human history.
Okay.
Basically, even if I die here, there'll be another one of me along to take her place. I'll call this the Aozaki rocket pencil experimental method. Rocket pencil. What the fuck's a rocket pencil? So it's no problem that Aoko-1 is dead. Just think of her as a kind of death of wrecked up. Oh, it's fine. It's just accelerating the heat death of the universe. But other than that, it's fine. Once the singularity is gone, it'll be like I never borrowed anything, so I'll definitely help you get rid of it in any way I can. So your future self can send copies of yourself here, like clones. Doesn't that sound a bit like the servant system?
I can see it. Uses yourself as fuel. Yeah.
Alright, I understand how you got here. So does this mean you still remember our conversation from last night? Of course not. I only just got here. Any information Aoko-1 acquired in this singularity belongs to her alone.
What's up, Arnold? What the rocket pencil is.
As Aoko too, I'm going to have to do my own investigation to learn the same things she knew. So whatever you and she talked about, only you know what it was now. I see. Well, last night I only confirmed two things with you. The first was whether you were from this time or not. You admitted that you weren't, and said that the key to solving this incident must be here somewhere.
Key? Not the killer?
Yes. That was all Aoko-1 had to say. She was a lot more desperate than she seemed. It almost felt like she was the last person on Earth in some kind of sci-fi story, making one final gamble. But it's not the case for you, is it? It seems like you're only here because you had some vague hunch about a singularity.
Well, yeah, pretty much. It's not like I was here at the same time as Aoko-1 after all.
In fact, I can't visit any time and place I'm already in. My future self can travel to the past all she wants. Unless it would result in two of me occupying the same time and place. It's like a max occupancy I'm not allowed to go over.
That makes sense. It's an 80s thing. What's up, Haremi, by the way? It's a bunch of tips inside. Oh! Oh, I think I know what it is. I think. Okay. Max occupancy. When the fuck did you get this power? In Mahoyo 2? Sure.
Things might be different if this were a parallel worlds kind of situation, but with time travel, there's no joining an event if I'm already there. The only exception to that rule would be if you weren't there anymore. So Aoko 2 showed up here because Aoko-1 was killed. Do I have that right? I knew you'd be quick on the uptake. Student Council Vice President? How did you know? Did you see a lot of these kinds of cases in Tokyo or something?
Oh yeah, it was Toko describing it in the elevator. I see. Hell no. I never heard the words preservation of humanity or singularity before in my life, to say nothing of goddamn time travel. But I know better than to ask why you do anything, Aozaki. It'd just be a waste of everyone's time. Alright, all this stuff sounds wild to me, but I'm willing to accept it at least while we're here. Now let me make sure I've got all this straight. Deliver mat, mesh. You two are here to erase the singularity thing, which is being caused by Holy Grail. So your primary objective is to find the Holy Grail and secure it. Is that accurate?
Yes, that's right.
Meanwhile, Soldier and I would usually have nothing to do with any of this stuff, but now he's a servant because you've summoned him as a heroic spirit or whatever. Putting aside the question of human rights, he definitely ought to make a good familiar. Putting aside the question of human rights is kinda crazy, not gonna lie. He's always been good at skating by with his skin intact no matter what happens. I don't skate by. I'm always barely hanging on. As for you, Aozaki, Konchi, you said you're here because the whole world could be in danger, yeah? That mean your objective is to get rid of the singularity too. Sounds like a hero's work to me. Me, I'd rather just take off and forget about all this, but I know too much now. Besides, if the whole world's in danger, there's no point in running, so I'm really hoping all of you can solve this case. Anyway, we've all got the same goal, so we may as well all work together to improve our chances. That was very concise. How can you be this quick on the uptake? Simple. I don't want to die. Speaking of which, you're probably in the most precarious spot here, Aozaki. The odds are high that whoever killed Aoko 1 is one of the other guests. When they find out you're still alive and kicking, they're gonna lose their shit. They might as well try to kill you again the moment no one else is around. I wouldn't go down that easily. Besides, how are you so sure I was murdered? I died at a hot spring, right? Maybe I just got unlucky and slipped. You? You once walked away fine after you got pushed off a roof. There's no way a little slip would be enough to kill you.
I agree. If a little careless accident was all it took, you'd have died when you were still 16.
Yeah, if your death was accidental, it'd be a mystery for the ages.
Right, we saw you were far more durable than any normal human back in House Pavilion. It almost made us wonder if you weren't a servant yourself.
So none of you see me as a human, huh? Gee, thanks. Well, no, on my part, I'm not so sure. Aozaki's head is just as vulnerable as anyone else's. Who's to say she wasn't just unlucky?
Sojiro!
In fact, I think it was more likely to be an accident. I mean, wouldn't it be just like her to get herself killed doing something stupid? That doesn't sound like a compliment. Thanks for the moral support as always. I'm dragging you down with me next time. Either way, we can be sure that somebody killed her. But we should also figure out whether it was accidental or intentional. Maybe the killer wanted to eliminate some of the competition. So far, that seems more likely to me too. Almost everyone here is shady-looking, self-proclaimed sidekick looking for an easy score. So if Aozaki was causing a stir the way she usually does, they probably saw her as their biggest rival.
Oh, come on. I couldn't have been that bad.
It's not like I was going around firing magical energy beams in front of regular people, right, Delivermet? I was? Well, we'll figure these things out as we make headway in our investigation. You wait here, Aozaki. I should need to tell you that you'll draw attention if you tag along. Delivermet, Mesh, Sojiro, us four can go around the inn making inquiries.
Yeah, I guess it would be pretty weird for that woman to suddenly be up and walking again. Okay, Delivermet, Mesh, Tobmaru, don't leave any stone unturned. That goes for you too, Shizuki. Don't get too reckless just because you're a servant now.
Of course. We'll be back with some good news. What about you, Alice? Are you coming with us?
Sorry, but no. I'm terrible at reading people's expressions. Wasn't there a gift shop? I'll go have a cup of tea there.
A cuppa?
Stop by if you're missing anything. I should be able to come up with a simple mage kit item if you need one.
A cuppa? I can't believe someone died here. I was going to go for a midday dip in the springs, but knowing there was a dead body there put me right off. What was I doing last night? I just tended to my valuable merchandise and went straight to bed. What, you think the killer's one of the guests? Well, good luck with that. People don't just kill on a whim. They need a strong emotion to drive them to those lengths. There's plenty of that kind of feeling to go around on a battlefield, of course, but this place ain't that. Whether they kill for money or revenge, it's always someone they know. Any connections like that can't help but leave behind signs. You can hide a murder weapon, but you can't hide your relationships. But then, I guess a private eye like you doesn't need me to tell you that. Anyway, everybody here is a perfect stranger. They have no connection to anyone else, and no reason to kill someone without doing something about the body. Me. I think a bear got a poor girl. Not that it's any comfort.
You want my alibi? Well, I don't remember when I fell asleep. I'm usually pretty good at keeping a regular schedule, but I had a little too much to drink last night. Anyway, I can't believe the paper bag woman is dead. Those other psychics aren't in the same league as me. But I thought you could at least give me a run for my money. I can't believe a curse got her first. Why do you think a curse did it? A hunch. As a gunslinger myself, I could tell right away she was one hell of a sharpshooter. There's no way another guest could have killed someone as talented as her, so it must have been a curse. Man, this sucks. I was hoping you could have had a drink together before our inevitable duel to the death. After my evening prayer, I went straight to bed at 10 o'clock and didn't wake up until 5. No, it wasn't the commotion that woke me up. I've always been an early riser. What do you think of Aozaki's death? Didn't she just slip and hit her head? She was probably in such a hurry to go in the secret bath before anyone else that she wasn't watching her step. I do understand how she must have felt though. I could have made the same mistake if one of the secret baths improved your financial luck.
The problem with that statement is she was fully clothed though.
It wasn't me. Aozaki Aoko wasn't my target. I only twist people I've been asked to twist. Trust is everything in this business after all. Oh, you weren't talking about that, were you? Well, I'm afraid I can't verify my alibi very easily. I was all alone in my room, without any security cameras in the scene. I've no way of proving that. Although, I did notice that the door to Yogi's camera room stayed closed all night.
Of course she was stalking that room.
So I can verify her alibi. She said she's here with her family, but I never heard a peep out of her room. If that isn't suspicious, I don't know what is. You know, even in the most peaceful places, there are things in this world that no one should ever see. Good person, bad person, it doesn't matter. The very act of seeing such terrifying things is a sin. I think that's what happened to Aozaki. She must have seen a boundary, a glitch in our world that no living person should. Perhaps she gazed into the bottomless abyss, endemic to human society, the kind of abyss no one can escape except through death.
Yeah, very normal response, I think.
Alright, that's everyone we could find in the halls. The other guys must still be in their rooms.
Everyone's claimed to be sleeping last night, unsurprisingly.
They all had the same kind of opinion about Aozaki's cause of death too.
None of them seemed all that disturbed by the fact that someone died here.
And none of them thought that she was murdered either. Since they're all psychics, maybe they're used to dealing with dead bodies.
Or maybe they all think it's normal that someone would die at the scene.
Anyway, it's already 2 in the afternoon. The police sure are taking their sweet time.
Pardon me, everyone. As a matter of fact, I just spoke to the police on the phone. They said they don't know when they'll be able to get here because they can't enter the mountain.
Can't enter it? Why not? Was there a landslide or something?
I asked them the same thing, but all they could say was they can't do it. The officer I spoke to sounded pretty confused as well. The only other thing she said was to prioritize the guest safety until they can figure out the situation, he said. Anyway, it's not unusual for these to be issues with the mountain, for there to be issues with the mountain roads at this time of year. I'm just glad nothing happened to the inn. The new building is built to withstand anything. But the older building dates back to the early Showa period in the late 1920s, so it would collapse in an instant if there was a landslide or such.
Excuse me, does that mean the old building has remained in its current form since it was built?
Yes, that's right. Though I do keep it tidy.
Did you put out the idol posters, Yoshisuke?
Yes, I did. I borrowed a few spares in the shopping district near the station to liven the place up. They said there's no price higher than free, but if you ask me, free is the best price you can get.
So that's why you have all these cheap-looking posters of idols from the 90s in here. Oh, it's the idols from the 90s? You should have gone with posters of Showa-era enka singers. At least they'd fit the theme. What's up, Kev? Welcome!
I really like these posters. There's just something encouraging about them. That reminds me, Mr. Yoshisuke said he used to work in the entertainment industry. Had you heard of him, Tsukiji?
I've never been big on watching TV, so no, I hadn't. I couldn't tell you if these posters mattered either. Like, do they advertise like this because they're popular? Or are they popular because they advertise like this? Are you the strongest because you're Satoru Gojo, or are you Satoru Gojo because you're the strongest? Either way, it's all just a bluff. It's ridiculous. They should know you can't drag these things on forever. If you want to sell a product, the product should be the star. If you want to make a star look good, then you should be using your budget to give them a place to shine. And that's not even getting into the whole problem of how inherently interchangeable these posters are. Whenever the next trend rolls around, you can just take them down and swap them out, no sweat. They may as well be screaming, "Don't bother caring about me, I'm replaceable." Damn, okay. Pessimistic. I won't go so far as to say marketers ought to make their own museums or anything, but they should be trying for campaigns that people remember forever.
I see you're quite conservative, detective. Or perhaps I should say you were well-raised.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
People don't think in such lofty terms. They don't want something that'll last them all their lives. They just want to get through their day and have fun doing it. But what about life-changing masterpieces, you say? Beacons of hope. Sure, those will emerge now and then, but they never last more than 6 months in the public eye. Emotional experiences are just compost for the public, detective. There's always someone new waiting in the wings to provide the next dose of entertainment. Stars come and go, and come and go. And that's what they do. And there's as many of them as there are real stars in the sky. That's the kind of world we made. An industry where stars rise and fall swiftly, and there's no end to them to choose from. Besides, any culture that hangs on the single emotional experience forever like a crush is a culture that's gone stagnant.
You're going way too much into this. You are setting a very peculiar mood in this.
But emotions, the brilliance that people want to see. Now that is as varied as there are stars in the sky. And that's the nature of entertainment. The new is always ready to override the old. Oh, but that's enough of me. Anyways, moving on. I still have to do something about the springs. Would you all be so kind as to carry the deceased for me? The house pavilion should be perfect for it.
Bro, what? You just move on like this?
That place is a natural icebox. There's no place around here to preserve... there's no better place around here to preserve a dead body.
Hell yeah, Pilot, it's fine. Holy hell, I can't believe I'm going to carry Aozaki's dead body of all things. You know, maybe I ought to carry it... I ought to make her carry it herself. What better way to say goodbye to her past life? As if her luck wasn't already bad enough, that would be the nail in the coffin. Besides, nobody should be carrying a dead body around unless it's been cremated. Why don't you all go back to the room? It'll take some time and effort, but I can move the body to the cave myself. In the meantime, you should have an idea who the killer is now, right? I can't wait to hear your answers when I get back in an hour.
Huh? Do you have any idea who he was talking about, Senpai?
There was one person who was very clearly shady. Yeah, that's encouraging, but I guess it makes sense that you would know your stuff when it comes to the paranormal. Probably makes it easier to see things and arrive at conclusions that ordinary people would never get. Right then, back to the sky room. I hope you got something good delivered, Matt. Sure do.
Welcome back. Learn anything useful?
More or less. Soldier will be back after he carries the body to the nearby cave.
Oh, right. Guess I can just leave me like that. But bring me to a place called Hell's Pavilion. I just hope I don't come back as a zombie.
I could definitely see that happening with you, Aozaki. If it does, I'll lay you to rest with a bullet filled with all my years of frustration. Haha.
Hang on, you have a gun, Tobimaru? In Japan? You're not even a police officer.
It's just a figure of speech. Don't worry about it. Now, as I was saying, Delivermat, you said you have an idea of the situation. Mind filling us in? This might be kind of obvious, but I'm wondering who else went to the Spring of Youth. What do you mean? Soldier, obviously. Like Kumanoin said, the springs only work on one person per year, so it must have been him.
Sorry, that's not quite correct. I'm afraid we may not have explained ourselves sufficiently earlier. Soldier looks the way he does now because he was summoned as a servant. He didn't regain his youth from the spring. So the spring really does work, and someone here went in it.
There's a very good chance they would have run into Aoko 1.
Delivery man, did you see anyone among the guests who looked like they got younger?
Yeah, Spishtar. Or Isharin. That's what I was thinking is all because she's the only one that we didn't talk to. Okay, this is the pen room where the cowgirl is staying. We can knock if you want, but are you sure you don't want to wait for Soldier to get back from the cave?
That's alright. Me, Delivermat and Mesh should be able to handle her.
Go on, Tobimaru, knock. She might run away if we take too long. Alright, if things get rough, I'm tagging you in. Hello? Isharin, it's Kiji the detective. We'd like to talk to you about Aozaki Aoko. Mind opening your door?
Ahem. You have reached the room of Jolene, the ghost hunter. Unfortunately, she's not available right now. If you wish to speak with her, please try visiting her in Texas in a few days.
That's a voice changer if I've ever heard one. That might be one of the stupidest I'm not home acts I've ever seen. Well, nothing we can do but wait for... Oh, okay.
It looks like a familiar magic bullet just broke down the door for us. Oh my, I wonder what happened. Maybe this inn is older than it looks, if doors are just falling apart on their own. Well, let's just chalk it up to a stroke of good karma, shall we? Hi, don't mind if we let ourselves in.
And she was just criticizing herself earlier, saying that she was using magic bullets in front of normal people.
Hey, what do you think you're doing in here? I could sue you for property damage and invasion of privacy.
The swords, though.
Believe me, I come from the land of lawsuits, so don't think I won't do it. Do you know who you're dealing with?
The land of lawsuits, huh?
If you're looking for the faint genius exorcist who sent countless ghosts, dead beasts to the next life in the court of law. Oh, you're looking at the famed genius. They even call me Ashria, yeah? The goddess of justice. The one and only Oops. You're alive? I don't believe it. This can't be happening. Evil spirit, be gone. Be gone!
At the gun? She's got a gun?
Look out!
Was that a popcorn gun? Oh,
It's equally hard to believe, but these bullets are made of popcorn. Really? Oh, huh. You're right. Pretty good popcorn too. The heat from the gun is causing her Seiyaki rice to expand like puffed rice.
oh.
That's really clever. She might even give my sister a run for her money. Hey, she looked at me. Save me, Jane. The demon's coming to kill me.
Calamity Jane? She got away.
Ah, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking straight. Stay away. We just want to talk. If you got nothing to hide, there shouldn't be any need to run. Isharin's heading for the old building. Wait, this hallway. This is...
The endless hallway. Well, a rip.
Huh? Are these ghosts? Sweet. After 10 long years of ghost hunting, I finally saw my first spirits.
Oh.
Wait, that means I'm in trouble. Ah, evil spirits be gone. Evil spirits be gone.
Oh, I don't know how much that did.
Crap, now you know more dead meat. Help! Save me! Evil spirits are going after Isharin. We have to help her.
Let's hurry. There, we made it. Is that your goat? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Huh? I thought they came to help, but now they're gone. You can't trust anybody these days.
We're back at the hallway's entrance. I mean, it's an endless hallway.
Master, something supernatural is at work. What about Shiva's temporal calculations are in a flux? It looks like whenever we try to cross this hallway in this state, time gets rebound by the same length of time it took us to cross. And since it's time that's getting reset rather than distance, we'll never be able to reach Isharin this. Right, even if we could cross these 100 meters instantly. So that's what makes this hallway endless, huh? It goes on forever in a sense. Alright, I don't want to have to use this, but I'm going to cheat a little.
What's up?
If we don't do something soon, those ghosts are going to kill her. Saving lives comes first.
Are you going to go outside and circle around from the old building?
I'm just going to go straight to her. How do you think I came to this singularity in the first place? If reaching the goal sends us back, they just have to jump to a point past the goal.
Yep. Checkpoint clipping. Just out of bounds it. Easy. The speedrun strats.
Not sure what real magic can do. It might not be as flashy as you'd expect from a magician, though.
Not sane. 5 timeless words. We made it to the other side.
I'm saved? Hardly. That depends on you. You might be safe from the hallway ghost now, but we're not done with you yet. So tell us, why did you run away the moment you saw my face? Senpai, it's good that Aoko took care of this problem for us, but... I think that was,
Did you just jump ahead in time a little bit? You ray shifted for a split. She just King Crimsoned.
something like that. I guess I was kind of showing off. It might seem handy, but it's a really, really tight squeeze. I have to be really careful about how I use it, or I'll need to work 3 times as hard later to make up for it. It's kind of like the more I use it, the more data I rack up, you know?
What's up, Zeno? Phew, I finally caught up. So, did you apprehend the suspect?
Nice of you to join us, Tobmaru. We were just about to start questioning her. So, Isharin, did you kill me? Yes, I confess, I did kill that zombie. Or, well, I guess I did. It was more like I was scared I couldn't do anything. I was so scared I couldn't do anything. You couldn't do anything? Yes, the truth is, I'm no exorcist. I'm a bounty hunter who goes after a different kind of ghost. Desperate people who ghost their deaths, scammers, and so on.
What? She's a loan shark?
The only reason I came to this country is because I heard it about the Spring of Youth. So last night, after the proprietor left the front desk, I stuck into the Spring of Youth around 1 in the morning and I waited for it to come. Waited for it to come in. It was really cold.
You've got guts, I'll give you that.
It began bubbling up around 4 and I was all like, yay, I'm gonna kill it with this swimsuit season. I'm gonna kill it this swimsuit season. But then I heard the door to the bath open. I thought it was the proprietor, so I panicked and hid. I didn't want to get in trouble after all, but it wasn't him. It was her, the zombie woman.
I get how you feel, but would you mind using my actual name? Where'd you hide? I didn't see anywhere to hide in the bath.
I hid in the spring itself. I had my whole body submerged and my back flat on the ground, like a flounder.
Damn, that's... wow.
Still, that could work.
The bathwater from a natural hot spring can get pretty murky. I'm not even gonna ask how you managed to breathe. I mean, Zeno, you can post it in mod the app. You can post it in mod the app.
Wasn't easy. I'm pretty sure I'd be dead right now if you hadn't died first.
So, that was when Aozaki was killed.
Yeah, I saw someone else coming behind this Aoko while I was hiding. I couldn't make out more than a silhouette through the water though. Anyway, I soon heard what sounded like arguing. In the next moment, they started attacking each other. I couldn't hold my breath any longer, so I poked my head out of the water as quietly as I could. And there was Aoko, that is the doorknob.
Oh, you mean that one? Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Just censor it, but you can post it. I'll give you the perms.
It was horrible, and I couldn't do anything to stop it because I'm a coward who only cares about saving her own skin. If only it made a show of getting out of the bath. If only it made a show of getting out of the bath, this would never have happened. I may as well have killed her myself.
Aww. Any idea who this other person was?
Don't be stupid. If the killer couldn't see me, then of course I couldn't see them either.
Oh god. So you didn't get a look at her face, huh? Well, that's fine. They probably won't be coming back anytime soon anyway. The fact that there's no trace of the killer means I probably blasted them away somewhere. Probably outside the singularities, so they couldn't interfere. Maybe you vaporized your killer without a trace. If I had, then the whole side of the bath would have been gone too. I'm not that brutal, you know? So we're still no closer to figuring out the killer's identity.
Right. Since the inn remains a singularity, it seems that whoever did this wasn't in possession of the Holy Grail.
At least we know how Aozaki died now, so we can put the subject on hold for now. That subject on hold for now. You and Mesh are here to find the Holy Grail, right? The Livermet. We can take our time with Aozaki. So, what are you going to do now, cowgirl? If you're planning on sticking around, I can place you under protection.
Hell no! I'm not sticking around the scary inn like this any longer. I put out an SOS to my partners first thing in the morning, so she should be here, right? She should be here to pick me up soon.
To my partner? I won't count on that. Not even the police can get here right now.
You don't know Jane. She's a world-class scout.
Oh, Calamity.
And there's no place on Earth that can keep her out. Anyway, before I get out of here, I'll tell you what I heard in the bathhouse. Thanks for saving my life. You mean back when you were acting like a flounder? Yeah, before the other person showed up. I heard Aoko muttering to herself. I'll kill anyone who tries to go in the springs. Nobody's getting their wish granted on my watch.
Huh? That's why Jane got her rank up? I guess so. Look at her. Jane's kit is also so weird because the buff success rate skill requires stars, like a lot of stars, but to get a lot of stars, you need buff success rate, so it's kind of like really, really weird. I don't know how you use it. So Isharin's gone now, huh? I guess that's one less suspect to worry about. If we're just talking about who has the Holy Grail, then yeah. Oh, that's Skiji. Too bad you and Mesh haven't made any progress on your investigation, the Livermet. No surprise there, seeing how this whole inn and everything in it is suspicious as hell. I'm jealous at how much work you've got cut out for you.
I see you're completely in spectator mode now, Tobemaru, but then you always did have a habit of sneering at other people's suffering. I'm sorry he's such a jerk, you two. I'll make sure he gets what's coming to him later. Oh no, it's fine. I can tell he's trying to encourage us in his own way. He may seem cold at first, but I've seen that he's actually very thoughtful and considerate. Tobemaru, thoughtful? I think you might be confusing him with high-strung. Anyway, never mind him. How's the water, the Livermet?
Yo? The color. You don't need all the 50. So you just get a Star Bomb CE, you do skill 3, and then you do skill 1 after that. Or maybe turn after it. Okay. Or you just do skill 1, hope for at least like 2 or 3 of them. Oh yeah, thanks, Zeno. It's incredible.
This inn might be ridiculous, but I love that it lets you reserve this awesome outdoor bath. Though I didn't think you were going to join us too, Alice. I just came to hear how things went today. I don't have any interest in outdoor mountain baths or anything like that. 5 to 4. Alice is so uncoordinated she could drown in a puddle.
Thank you, Robin.
There's no way she'd ever visit a bath like this, where one wrong step will make her sink like a
Yeah, they look much better like this with their hair. Yeah. Anyway, I couldn't believe that Spring of Youth was real. I thought for sure those stories were all made up.
I'm more surprised that people actually believed them enough to come here.
You be in the other bath now? No! That's fine, I'm gonna... Does someone have the visual? Just for, you know, for reference.
What about all of you? Would you like to be young again if you could?
What's up, Tim? It depends on whether you mean young in heart, body, or both, but I think I'd pass on all of them. Now, if I could be another version of me entirely, then I'd have to think about it.
I'd pass too. Besides, the whole question is pointless.
I don't want to get any older, but I'm not exactly raring to be a kid again either. You'll see it later. Okay. I did hear someone ping me, so I guess someone did probably post it, but if I'm gonna see it in the actual story, I'm gonna wait. Maybe I'd go for it if it was just my body getting younger, but if that cowgirl is any indication, it looks like it's a package deal.
I still have a lot of growing up to do, so I'd rather do that than get even younger.
Can't say right now.
Huh. So none of you could go for it. Would go for it. Guess we'll have to see how you feel in 10 years then.
What about you, Aozaki? I knew Konji hadn't changed, but how come you still look the same as you did 10 years ago? Yeah, I mean, we know about, or we don't know about the biology of witches, so that's that. But what about you, Aoko?
Because I came here from the future, where I still look the same as I did 10 years ago, obviously. There's another Aozaki Aoko outside the Singularity, somewhere on this earth in 2001, who looks every bit a grown-up.
What?
Maybe she's even back in Japan right now. What, are you disappointed you don't get to see her?
Nah. I already know she's just drifting around aimlessly with no more than a guitar and the clothes on her back. I can see it so clearly, it's actually boring.
Hey, at least call me a rock singer.
I'm glad we're all getting along, but maybe we should get back to the problem at hand. We still don't know who killed Aozaki, but we do know that they're gone from this world now, thanks to Aozaki herself, unfortunately. It was a cruel and excessive form of self-defense, but at least it means the threat is gone now. Wow.
Hey, I didn't kill them. I just sent them somewhere far away. The real problem now is, what did Aozaki 1 find out before she was killed?
Delivery Matt, do you remember what she said to us last night before you went to your separate ways? Of course. She should look like Super Aoko? Yeah.
If the Singularity isn't resolved, a wishing star is going to come here and wipe out humankind.
Huh? Whoa, come on! She must have been exaggerating. No, wait. That kind of joke is way too clever for Aozaki. Everyone's just insulting her permanently.
So then, she was serious. Believe me, that's what I want to know. Humankind wiped out, a wishing star. What could she have been talking about? What a joke. This is less than helpful. Is there no way you can recover what Aoko 1 experienced, Aoko? Actually, yes, I can do it now, but as time passes, the information we had should merge. Oh. So I should know what it was Aoko saw in about 2 more days.
Oh.
Good thing come to those who wait. So in the meantime, I'll help you out with your job, Delivery Matt. For the time being, we can start by questioning the rest of the guests staying in the Sin. They're bound to have a real reason they came here, like Isharin. Once we find that out, the answer is sure to present itself. Right, I feel very good about this investigation, knowing you'll all be here to help us.
I just remember something else from yesterday. What?
Oh, would this be the 2 questions Alice had for Aoko 1? I see. Last night, I only confirmed 2 things with you. The first was whether you were from this time or not. You admitted that you weren't and said that the key to solving this incident must be here somewhere. Oh, right. You still haven't told us what the second thing you asked Aoko 1 was, Alice.
Oh, yeah.
So, what was it? Are you sure you want me to say it? I let it drop on purpose to try and be considerate.
Oh, uh-oh. I want to hear.
Yeah, I'm sure. It must be an incredibly important secret, right? I won't be able to sleep until I know what it is.
Ah, here we go. Oh god. Oh god.
Well, speaking as a friend who hadn't seen you for several years, I asked if you're still single.
Oh.
Well, Alice, you've done it again. You don't mind if I sue you for defamation, right?
Great. Hey. Okay, let me get some more tea. Let me quickly get some more tea and then we continue on. Crazy question though. Makes sense. I thought it was gonna be even more preposterous. Preposterous. How does anyone know how far we are into the event at this point? Like into the story and how much is left? Because we have like 1 hour and 20 left of the stream. And I feel like we've been going pretty fast. 1/3. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate. I see. What the fuck was that? Oh shit. Oh, okay.
Yikes, that was too close. I barely managed to shift in time. What the hell is that thing? It doesn't obey the laws of physics. You can never tell when it's about to do something. It attacks constantly and I have no idea what it even is. And the worst part...
Yo, what's up, manual? Analyzing, denied. Deliberating, denied. Evaluating, denied. Diagnosing, denied. Denied, 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 denied. The unwinnable fights? Oh, yeah.
Is that it speaks our language.
I
can just dodge his attacks by teleporting. But it won't stop them. And if I mess up even once, I'll be dead. There's one thing I could do to hold it back for now, but it's not giving me time to pull off a big move like that. If it would just let up for 2 seconds, then I could... It knows that. It knows, and it's planning to keep on keeping their stalemate going forever. How long can I stay focused? 5 days? 10? Then again, I think I can afford to worry about that. That magical energy wind is spreading even now. At this rate, it won't be long before the whole world becomes a desolate wasteland.
Dun, 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 dun. The sauce is great.
I can't solve this thing by myself, and there's no one else who can help me either. Some big deal magicians are. No matter how much people fear or idolize us, in the end, we're only human. We're not nearly powerful enough to stand up to a potentially world-ending disaster on our own. Still, it's gonna run out of steam eventually, right? Seriously, what the hell? Are you seriously telling me it's a star from outer space here to destroy the world?
It's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, is it? Resistance is... wait. The star twinkles as if to smirk and say, damn straight, resistance is futile. I'm going to destroy Earth and there's nothing you can do about it. Fate was not on her side. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while. Nor did she have any way of changing it. In a few minutes, her limbs would char, harden, decay, and crumble like dust. All will despair at this outcome. All has been lost to this destruction. Here, in this amber crater where the star fell, there was no brilliant miracle that could save the magician's life. Interesting.
Morning, Delivery Matt. I take it you stepped like a log.
Like a log and a baby. A baby log. Yeah?
I'm glad to hear it. I slept well too and I feel great.
So, now that Aozaki's death has been solved, we can finally focus on finding the Holy Grail. After we had a proper breakfast, of course.
Good morning, Senpai. Good morning, Sojiro. You're both up bright and early today.
I guess we are, huh? It's still only 5. Oh, just in time for the raids. Let's go. EU people.
Everyone up. Nice to see you all keeping a healthy lifestyle. I hate to rain on your parade, but I've got some bad news you need to know. Aoko was just found dead at the second secret spring.
No! Aoko too!
Come to the public bath as soon as you can.
I can't believe this is happening again.
I don't see Aozaki here, so it looks like that really is her.
What's the situation here? Who found her?
I did. She wasn't in our room when I woke up, which gave me a bad feeling. I came here to check on her and found her like, well, dead. I was still coming to grips with it when Komonoin came in to open the spring, and he then told the other guests.
How terrible to think we had people turning up dead 2 days in a row.
And the same people, nonetheless.
First there was a body at the Spring of Youth. Now there's one at the Spring of Romance. The Great One must be cursing us. He must be furious with us for tainting the springs. Although, hang on, who is this person anyway? Her face is too mangled to identify, ugh, but she seems to be wearing the same outfit as the victim from yesterday.
You think so? It's just the latest big city fashion. You see this kind of outfit everywhere nowadays.
Oh, I see. I guess that explains it. And then she must be a burglar who decided to sneak into the springs. All the guests are safe and accounted for, including yourself, of course, so it couldn't be any of them. So what's the play now? Did you want to gather everyone for questioning again?
Nah, I thought anything's changed from yesterday. They still won't have any way of verifying their alibis. I'll take charge of the crime scene until the police get here. You okay with that, proprietor?
Fine by me. Better you than me if the police have a problem with it.
That's the motto. Better you than me.
Alright, I'd better get back to it. See that the body is about to house pavilion again, will ya?
I'm a little reluctant to say this in front of the deceased, but don't worry about it, Mesh. Better to be blunt about it and say she's just going to come back again, right?
Ha! There! I just tracked down the traces of my magical energy. This must be where I died. Oh my goodness. Yikes! What happened to me? My whole face has been smashed in. How the hell did that happen? That's gnarly, bro. It's gnarly.
Oh, Alice, you're here too. That's great.
Can you tell me what's going on here? And that's everything that happened so far. Also, who is drinking the champagne, by the way, on the table? I guess Alice can drink. Aoko can drink as well. Here, in this version, probably. And thanks for catching her up. Honji and I have too much of a headache to keep our thoughts straight. Of course, Tsukiji can also drink. I hope you appreciate what the liver mat is doing for you, Aozaki. Most people wouldn't be nearly so gracious to someone who went and got herself killed twice in 2 days.
Good point. Sorry for all the trouble, delivery mat. Still, thanks to you, I have a good handle on the situation now. Let's not waste any more time. We'll start by going around and questioning all the other guests one by one. That's why you didn't gather them all in one place, right, Tobimaru?
Ritsuka might need it, yeah.
If everyone insists that they were just sleeping last night, even suspicious testimony will skate by thanks to the peer pressure to not rock the boat. It's better to talk to people one at a time if you want to hear the full alibi.
Right.
We should be treating the search for my killer and the search of the Holy Grail separately. It sounds like there was a lot of time wasted by not doing that yesterday. Today, we don't need to bother looking for my killer. We should just focus on learning why the other guests are really here. I don't buy for a second that they're actually here to exercise the Kumano in spirits. They're here for other reasons, and it's up to us to find out what those are.
Is it okay if we prioritize the Holy Grail?
Yes, Chaldea's goal comes first here. Besides, if my killer also has the Holy Grail, then looking for one will lead to the other anyway. I agree with Aoko. We still know where the Holy Grail is, but if we can find out what the other guests are really doing here, we'll be able to determine which of them would need it. Exactly, so let's get started.
Also, wait, this was the Spring of Romance, right? I wonder if there's gonna be someone who we can find as a witness again. Not so fast, Aozaki, you stay here. Yeah, I swear. I don't know how you can be so smart, but still always skip over the less crucial part. Think about it. How do you think people are gonna respond to a dead woman asking them questions? No. We'll launch you when we know what target to point you at. Like a missile. Wow. In the meantime, we'll stick to just me, deliver Matt, Mash, and Sojiro again.
Fine, makes sense. I guess you and I will be holding the fort down then, Alice. Alice. That's fine. I don't have anything else to do right now anyway.
She does.
We got a holy friar here. She wants in on the investigation too. Just yesterday it was all about how boring it is to mind the store. What'd you say, kids? Think you can make room for Alice too? Not that she'll be much help. She's way out of shape. I can't hold a conversation to save her life and...
Kunji, huh? Yeah, that could work. She's practically a walking lie detector. The only problem is that they'll not go around in a group of 5. Too many or too few of us will put people on their guard. Alright, let's split up. Deliverment, you go with Soldier and Alice. And I'll go with Mesh. Why that arrangement? Soldier is your servant now, right? So it's his job to keep you safe. You'll also need him to interpret for Alice, so that's why she should go with you two. Interpret for Alice. Wow. As for me, I don't mind going off on my own, but like I said, acting alone would invite suspicion too. So I need someone to come along and be my note taker, which is where Mesh comes in. Sorry about this, Delivermet. I don't think...
Okay, that arrangement makes sense to me. I can tell you've committed to staying impartial, even to yourself.
If we're all agreed, then let's get started. Mesh and I will take the new building. You three take the old inn and outside areas. We'll meet back up here in the Sky Room in the afternoon and compare notes. Alright, let's get to work. It looks like there aren't any guests staying in the old building. The closest we saw was Yoshisuke eating old-fashioned ramen in his office.
Likely because the hot springs are closed. Most wouldn't want to come to a place where 2 murders occurred in as many days. Let's head outside. I don't think we'll learn anything new in...
Oh, Shiki.
Perfect timing. I was afraid I'd have to go back to my room empty-handed. Excuse me, miss. You've been filling in at the shop, yes? Would you please wrap up one of these adorable horror monster plushies for me? Excellent taste, madam.
Yeah?
But they actually come in sets of 2. If you could please wait here, I'll go prepare another one. So these are all handmade. I knew it was worth coming. This is your chance to question me, you know?
She's... okay. She's steering the investigation. Good point. Okay, well, what's your name and address?
I'm Ryogi. I came here from Mifune, Tokyo, with my family, but who cares about that? I take it you two are college students. Maybe here is some part of club activity.
I work at a detective agency. I thought my partner at Skiji explained as much yesterday.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. You two seem so different from the other guys that I just assumed. You're not like the rest of us who came here for reasons we can't share openly, right?
You have reasons like that too?
Oh my. Why did I say that? Perhaps a little more giddy than I thought. Think about it. The proprietor said he'll reward us for every spiritual disturbance we eliminate, right? But isn't that just common sense? Of course, people are supposed to be paid for their work. That's not enough to attract this many of them.
Oh yeah. Good point.
Not to mention that genuine psychics are in a very high demand. They'd have no reason to come all the way out to the mountain just to find work. For that matter, most of the psychics wouldn't come near this place. They know all too well there'd be no match for spirits visible to the naked eye.
So saying nobody here is a real psychic.
The other guests may be able to dispel evil spirits, but very few of them could truly be called exorcists. No, I suspect they work have very different professions, which means they aren't here to banish ghosts and earn money. Here, thank you for waiting. Here's a set of talking twins, Tweedledee and... Is something wrong? Deliver Matt and Shizuki look a little tense. Everything's fine. We're just making small talk. Thank you. I'll take good care of him. Goodbye, detectives. I suggest try bringing this topic up with other guests as well. Phew, she's finally gone. I was ready for a fight, but I'm glad it didn't come to that.
Do you know her, Alice?
No, I only met her at this inn, but I can tell she's the real deal. She has the distinct air of a professional spirit slayer about her. When it comes to killing spirits, she's probably better than any of the other guests.
Killing, not banishing.
Well, for example, if the entire new building became possessed, I bet she'd handle it by cutting the whole building in half.
I mean, she's good at cutting, that's for sure. Who had the cutting origin again? Was that Kiritsugu? Somebody, anybody, help me! What a saintly cry for help. It's coming from right over there. Come on, you two. There's a girl under attack by evil spirits. What the hell did we just fight? Kiri had severing and binding, that's it. Yeah.
Don't worry about them. They were just the residual thoughts of some ruffians I once taught a lesson to. They must have followed me all the way to this mountain to get revenge. I mean, out of sheer gratitude. What's that? Sounds like stalking, you say? Indeed, that's exactly what it was. But I suppose it's the fate of an idol who rescues lost souls. Anyway, thank you for showing up in my hour of need. I'm just a poor, helpless woman of the cloth who doesn't know a thing about fighting. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't showed up.
Yeah, I'm sure you are, Karen. A good thing you happen to be close by then. Not a typo. Maybe God had a hand in this too. What's not a typo? Okay.
Oh my. Indeed, I couldn't agree more, young man with an innocent, trusting smile. You know, if I may be frank, you're exactly my type.
Ma'am, you need to get some higher standards.
Something's not adding up. If you're bad at fighting, how did you teach those evil spirits a lesson? Well, I usually work with a partner who chases off the ruffians for me, but I have other business to attend to right now. Seriously though, how long are they going to keep hiding? No, but enough about us. Was there something else you wanted to talk to me about?
You're Karen, the exorcist, right? Can we ask you some questions?
You want to know the guests' real reasons for coming to these hot springs?
Instead of fixing typos, they just say it's not a typo, yeah. Even when there was no typo, at least I didn't see a typo in it. Good thing we happened to be close by then. Maybe God had a hand in this too. Sure. What was it?
Yes, I know what they are. But as a woman of the cloth, I can't go around speaking of other people's deep, dark desires. You need to save those for the confession booth where you can take your time. It would be a waste of a good meal.
Be careful, Deliver Matt. This is the kind of person who's better to keep your distance from. Don't worry, I know another devil just like her. Oh, yeah, more. Okay.
I can't believe it. Did you just call me a devil?
Oh, I'm sure he was just speaking figuratively.
Your face is practically screaming. How did you know that? Not that it needed to. It seems you're all skilled-minded as well. Very well, let's make a deal. If you agree that we never had this discussion, then I'll answer your earlier question. Having said that, revealing other people's secrets is something trashy priests would do, so I'm only going to reveal my own.
Okay.
I'll leave it to you to determine whether or not my circumstances apply to anyone else. I'm an exorcist, but as I said before, I can't actually banish evil spirits. I can only banish demons.
Huh? Is there a difference between evil spirits and demons?
There is. Evil spirits are a form of karmic retribution caused by human actions, while demons are beings beyond human comprehension caused by the outflow of evil.
Uh-huh.
At any rate, I can't do anything with the evil spirits, so then why did I come to these springs? To bring a certain scoundrel to justice. To capture a con artist who only claims to be an exorcist.
That's why you're an exorcist. Bounty hunting? Yeah. Very similar to Speedstar.
Indeed, which is why I'm not partaking in the rewards for exercising evil spirits, no matter how much I wish I could.
Sorry, could you explain what makes this exorcist a con artist? I mean, questions of style, spiritual power aside, as long as they are actually able to banish evil spirits, doesn't make them real enough.
Good question, upstanding young man. As my mentor once said, there's only one thing that makes an exorcist a con. Using exorcism as a pretext to appropriate that household's property. Indeed, stealing wealth is the most evil deed there is.
Okay, sure.
So those are the true feelings, or rather, your core principles. Can't say I'm surprised. Anyway, you're saying that's why one of the guests came here. And you followed them here in order to capture them after this fraudulent exorcist commits their crime. That's right. After all, I'm sure they're not after the 5 secret springs. Didn't you think it was strange that these so-called wish-granting springs will only confer very specific benefits? Any wish where the result are predetermined is no wish at all.
Good point. I was wondering about that myself. I know getting younger and finding romance aren't things I'd want someone else to give me. Yeah, actually that's fair. You know what, that's kind of based.
Right? But the Kumano Hot Springs still became famous for having wish-granting springs. Why is that? Because there's a 6th secret spring the proprietor hasn't told us about, one that really does grant any wish. That's what the other guests are here. Do you want to use that spring? If it really can grant any wish at all, then some people would be perfectly willing to pretend to be an exorcist or even commit murder, don't you think?
That must be where the holy... Yeah, that sounds like a holy grail to me!
Is something wrong, Shizuki?
I thought I just saw someone staring at us from the top floor of the old building.
Oh my, how frightening. I know I shouldn't have spoken about other evil secrets, even if I was only speculating. Alright, there's something I want to look up in the reference room. So if you'll excuse me.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go take another look around the old building, Sojuro. Thanks, Delivermed. Let's hope I was just seeing things. Whoa. Doesn't look like anyone's here. I guess this is a waste of time. I'm sorry.
Not necessarily. Someone's coming up from downstairs.
Huh? What are you people doing here? Are you having a twist?
What's a twist?
Here, in this haunted spot.
Oh, it's just you, Yoshisuke. Don't scare us like that. We thought you were the bad guy.
Bad guy? You mean the one responsible for the murder this morning? Don't be ridiculous. I don't have the guts for something like that. More importantly, what are you all doing in the inverse reflection room? This room is a part of our Big Five ghost stories.
It feels a little spooky, but that's all.
Yes, this is one of them. There was a rumor once that the daughter of the inn's former proprietor had an affair with one of the bellboys. The proprietor was furious. He had the bellboy banned from the premises and confined his daughter to this attic. He said he would never let a shameless hussy like her set his foot outside again. His daughter wept and said it wasn't her. She had no memory of doing anything like that. But as the eldest son of the prestigious family, the proprietor wouldn't hear any excuse from a woman, not even his own daughter.
What?
This eldest son wouldn't hear any excuse from a woman. Okay. In time, the girl became mentally ill. She would go on and on about how it hadn't been her in the bellboy's room, but her own reflection from the mirror. Eventually, it came to light that the whole bellboy business had been made out of a whole cloth by the head clerk, who couldn't stand them. But by then, the proprietor's daughter was already gone. Not dead, mind you. Gone. Vanished into thin air. As you can see, the only way in and out of the attic is the very staircase I just came up from. She was gone with the wind, even though an apprentice was assigned to stand guard. But to this day, every now and then, you can hear sounds coming from the attic. See the mirror covering that wall. If you come up here, when you hear those sounds, you can still see the innocent girl, covered with bruises from her father's beatings, walking inside the mirror saying, "Jesus Christ, it wasn't me, it wasn't me."
Nope, no, yeah, I'm noping the fuck out. That's pretty, rough.
Sorry about that. I may have put my showbiz days behind me, but old habits die hard. Anyway, let's get out of here. Just because it's daytime now doesn't mean we're safe. Spirits have a way of coming out whenever the sun decides to hide, and it looks like it could be getting cloudy very soon.
Now before it gets dark, tell us, do the Kumano Hot Springs have a secret spring?
Where did you hear that?
From one of the other guests. This site can grant any kind of wish. Why didn't you tell us about that, Yoshisuke?
Why would I? I've never seen any spirit like that myself. I only ever heard the former proprietor say it existed. He said there used to be a road leading straight to hell there.
So I'm guessing it's where the thingy is, 1-1.
In the room of no opening. Believe me, I'd like to get the door open if I could, but nothing has ever worked. I was hoping that one of the psychics who made their way here would be able to figure it out. But after 2 years and only a number of cursed psychics to show for it, I'd given up. Oh, but a monk in training who once stopped by here did have this to say. To reach the omnipotent spring, you will need an omnipotent chalice. Use the chalice's wish-granting power to open the door.
Damn! They knew!
Haha, ridiculous, isn't it? If I had a chalice that could grant wishes, I wouldn't need the spring in the first place.
True. A bit of an oxymoron. Omnipotent chalice.
I think it's time we went back to the Sky Room. We didn't learn anything about Aoko's killer, But we learned a lot about the Holy Grail. Let's go see what Aoko has to say about this. If there really is a spring that can grant any wish, then I'm sure she'll know what kind of wish it granted.
An omnipotent secret spring that can grant any wish at all, huh? Let's see. There's a spring of youth, spring of romance, the spring of male transformation, spring of happy home life, spring of stiff shoulder annihilation. I wonder who the spring of male transformation is going to pertain to, huh? Happy home life? I'm trying to remember who the guests are. Stiff shoulder annihilation. Oh my god. Stiff shoulder annihilation is gonna be so muramasa. If the spring changes every day, then you think there would be a different one of the 6th day as well?
But Mr. Kumanoin said he's never seen the Sink Spring and can only guess that it's past the room of no opening. If that's true, then the Holy Grail would be in this omnipotent spring rather than with a person.
Nobody can get through that door without the grail, right? You need the grail just to get through the door. Yeah. So like...
So if this omnipotent spring is actually the Holy Grail, that would mean you need a grail to get a grail.
Yeah.
It's like a catch-22 riddle. Or maybe...
Yep, it is a catch-22. Or maybe the Holy Grail was never relevant in the first place. Deliver Matt, you and Mesh said that using a Holy Grail creates a singularity, right? But the Holy Grail here hasn't been used yet. That's the only way any of this makes sense. And that would mean that something other than Holy Grail created this Kumano singularity. Damn, Tobimaru, for a guy without much paranormal experience, you really are a quick study. Why are you just a detective again? What do you mean just a detective? He's pretty good at being a detective. Yeah, because I'm a quick study, exactly. Anyway, this gives us 2 leads. Whoever killed Aozaki this morning, and Aozaki wants a statement about how the world will end if something isn't done. I think we'll arrive at the answer sooner if we focus on those questions that are looking for the Holy Grail. So how about it, Aozaki? Why did Aozaki once say something like that?
Look, I'm Aoko 3, remember? I have no idea what Aoko once saw, or where she came from to get here. Not yet, anyway. But if I were to guess, I bet Aoko 1 was actually there, at the spot that'll bring about the world's end.
And she probably came here to Kumano Hot Springs because this place has the key to stopping it. Yes. Correct. That's all I can say for now. Yeah, that's what we saw earlier with the thingy. Yep. So this wish-granting spring is where the end of the world begins. Maybe someone made a wish to destroy the world. Yeah.
Maybe it happens because someone wished to destroy the world.
What did I click? Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. The logic checks out. Though whether someone could easily make a wish like that or not is another story. Still, someone didn't make a ridiculous wish like that. There'd be a number of ways to grant it. If what causes the world's destruction doesn't exist in this era, they could simply have it come from another world instead. Like that self-styled rock singer over there.
Or maybe the wish breaks the fundamental rule of the world. If something impossible were to happen here, it could introduce cracks into the foundation of humanity, the texture this world is built upon. They'll definitely destroy the world. You know what I'm talking about, right, Mesh? Yes, it's like when a tiny bug results in a total system shutdown. Right. For example, it could be something like bringing the dead back to life.
Then does that mean you're the culprit, Aozaki? Dying once wasn't enough for you, huh?
Aoko's magic isn't true resurrection, it's more like scamming time itself. So that doesn't count.
Someone who can bring people back to life.
More importantly, what about the room of no opening? And 1-1, was it? If a mountain spirit has been worshipped here for a long time, has the power to grant wishes, then whoever tries to misuse that power must be responsible for ending the world. And if 1-1 really is, as the legend describes it, then it wouldn't need a holy grail to grant a wish.
Things are starting to come together. The enemy is after the omnipotent spring. And they probably mistook Aozaki for a rival when she showed up bright and early at the spring. So they murdered her. Huh? You mean I went to a hot spring first thing in the morning more than once? What was I thinking? I guess true, what was she thinking? She went there twice. Even Aoko 2 knew about Aoko 1 and still went into the other spring in the morning. I guess we thought that they were dealt with, but she still did it.
Oh, in that case, we learned something useful. Aozaki and I were going around questioning people.
It was kinda hot last night, so I opened the window to get some air, and I heard arguing coming from the hot springs. I couldn't tell you if one of the voices belonged to that Aoko lady or not. But the other voice definitely belonged to Bazett. Oh. Bazett doesn't have a room of her own. Of course she doesn't. She's staying with Karen. If Karen wasn't her room, then she's probably just out somewhere. That man's the most gung-ho about exterminating evil spirits by a long shot. Karen said she was going to the reference room, so her partner was Bazett. Come on, Delivermat. We might still catch her if we go now.
Oh, is it time to capture someone? Then I'm going to. You don't mind, right, Tobimaru?
It sounds like we got a possible suspect now, so yeah, fine. I'll go secure Karen in Bazett's room in the meantime, just to be safe. We might run into them on the way too. Sorry, Delivermat, but I'm gonna have to borrow Mashal again. Sure. She's a whole package. Smart, quick on her feet, and can handle ghosts and spirits no problem. There's no one more reliable here.
I'd be glad to be your bodyguard, Skiji. Just make sure you keep Master safe in exchange, Sojiro.
What are you gonna do, Alice?
I'll go with Delivermat. If he's going to the reference room, then he's going to need my help.
Oh, hello. Excellent timing. I thought something seemed off in the reference room, and when I went to investigate, I heard disturbing noises coming from inside. The devil's classroom must have begun. There was a guest in there too. Karen, I believe her name was. She still hasn't come out, poor thing. I'm afraid evil spirits might have possessed her, or even eaten her outright. As guest yourself, you're of course under no obligation to help her, but...
I don't trust them, but we'll go and save her.
Wonderful, then let me give you one piece of advice. Try not to destroy any of the dolls. Of course, that may be easier said than done. After all, inside, it's already... Oh.
Well, we're gonna incur the wrath of Kashin Koji. The dolls are floating. These are poltergeists. These are poltergeists. I saw them all the time at the Konji estate. Don't worry, you can touch the floating objects without them possessing you too. Just move out the way if they fly at you and you'll be fine. The real problem is... Also, you saw poltergeists at the Konji estate all the time? Who? Huh?
I see we have some new students. Welcome to the Devil's Classroom. The path to art is steep and treacherous. Its zenith will always be beyond your grasp, just like a sacred mountain summit. You can never hope to reach it, no matter how much you whittle your soul away. Your attempts to do so will only result in frustration, despair, and burnout. But now, I'm here to free you from your suffering by turning you into mindless dolls. Hear me, we're the most formidable of all the big 5 ghost stories.
Yeah.
I'm God Karen, the devil of beauty.
Jesus Christ. God? Don't you mean devil? She said, I mean, she's... Jesus Christ. Okay. God Karen.
That's just the name of the evil spirit possessing me. Try not to get them mixed up.
Costume also a reference to her Valentine's story. I see. That's suddenly a costume. Oh, okay. Music goes hard, it does.
Also, I'm sorry. As you can see, I'm not my usual self anymore. I didn't tell you this before, but Karen Hortensia has a masochistic medium's nature.
What?
My body has the laughably unfortunate tendency to be possessed by any spirit that happened to be nearby.
Oh.
So when I entered this incredibly dangerous haunted room, well, you can see for yourselves. Now that I'm possessed, I can do whatever I want. In this room, my word is law. You're all going to be free labor for God, and there's nothing you can do about it.
How are you supposed to defeat a god without destroying any of them?
What a joke. I feel embarrassed for you, being so proud of such mediocre familiars.
Yeah, I remember the pink one. The pink Karen. Oh, wait, shit, familiars are about quality something. Shoot, my bad.
Quality, not quantity. Let me show you what I mean. What? Heh, I told you. In here, my word is law, next to my perfect anti-ploy kickshot countermeasures. You'll never be able to awaken them in this inn again.
Oh.
You know that your precious familiars, you're no more threat to me than the dish racks you use to clean the floor.
Aoko is smiling.
Now go on, my devil puppets. Show these people what art is truly all about.
Yeah, gents. Well, we've done it now. I know we didn't have a choice, but still. We're dead. We defeated the dolls.
What is this? I feel sick. No, wait, not sick. I feel like I have to make something. What are the materials? Please, you gotta let me remake what I just destroyed.
Yeah, I'm suddenly overcome by the desire to create. Damn.
Go right ahead. You'll find instructions in that cardboard box. They're simple enough for even a beginner to follow.
So she just, if you defeat one of her dolls, she just makes you like do her IKEA stuff. That's kind of handy.
As long as you completely replace the dolls you destroyed.
Oh, you just remake the dolls. Okay.
You won't have to worry about any curse.
Yay, it's so generous of you to provide the materials.
Is it okay if I use this table? Great, just watch. I'm gonna make some awesome dolls.
Time to break out the crafting skills Media taught me.
There, all done. Check out the pompadour on this puppet. Stunning image of the king of rock and roll, if I say so myself.
Wow, an Elvis reference as well. Okay.
Man, that was satisfying. I haven't done any arts and crafts since high school. Ugh, why are my hands stopping? I already made $3, $4, $5 now.
Oh. What's going on? You already made enough dolls to replace the ones you broke. Why aren't you stopping? Your dolls even look like just... Wait, your dolls even look just like the guide says they should, unlike Aozaki's. Ah,
They're not going to stop. I told you. They need to be completely replaced. The sculptor who died in this room was a god-given genius, and replicas need to be equally perfect down to the millimeter. What makes an artist perfect? Flawless repetition of every movement. That's right. To be identical, it's not enough for them to be shaped the same. The actions of the people who made them also need to be the same. Art demands beauty, even from the very people making it.
huh? So now we made one doll. The other 9 won't count unless we make them with the exact same actions as the first?
That's right, and until you can, you'll be stuck here doing arts and crafts for eternity. You've been making meaningless practice pieces until your life gives out and your souls are one thread bare.
Sure. That's a whole new kind of hell.
Maybe now you understand the beauty to be found in automation. Haven't you ever watched a video of something like, say, screws being made over and over and found yourself marveling at it?
So what? The devil of beauty only cares about machines. How's that a victory for artistic merit?
Say whatever you like, you'll never be able to break this rule until you're as good as a machine yourself. And of course, humans just aren't capable of such precise operations. You're going to be stuck here forever.
Wow. There. That's 10 of them. This ought to break this curse, right? Of course he would. Of course he would.
Sorry. What did you say? He's saying he'd made something that satisfied your conditions while you were prematurely gloating. 10 dolls were made with exactly the same actions, all identical down to the millimeter. No way! You actually did it! No! The devil of beauty is leaving me now that it's been satisfied.
So it's okay if I teach her a lesson, right? Especially since she's still dressed like a devil.
Okay, alright then. You leave me no choice. I just have to bring out my final work. This is the demonically modified HG model, the blue, even the devil of beauty's mind. You'd better give it a good rating. Huh? Where am I? Would you believe me if I told you it feels like I just woke up from a long nightmare?
Fine, whatever. Just answer our questions honestly and we'll believe whatever you want. We heard that Bazett and I were arguing... Wait, we heard that Bazett and I were arguing last night. Do you know anything about that?
Bazett was arguing with you. Oh, so that's why I haven't seen her all day. I swear, she's just as much gorilla in heart as she is in body.
Okay. What does that mean? Yeah, a gorilla. What do you mean by that? She means gorillas are very sensitive. Yeah, I'm sure that's what she means.
I do know Bazett went out last night, yes. And yes, she probably did argue with you. I can't deny that she might have gotten violent either. The corpse this morning had its face smashed in, right? Bazett's iron fist can even shatter concrete, slipped easily towards someone's face.
Heart. Do you have any idea where she might be?
I didn't before, but I do now. She probably freaked out after killing Miss Aozaki and decided to lay low for a while. I'm sure you'll find her sobbing like a small child in Hell's Pavilion if you want to go interrogate her.
Thanks. Come on, everyone. Let's hurry.
Excuse me, could I ask you something as well? What is it? How did he do that? How did he perform so many intricate operations like it was nothing? The devil of beauty may say a genius would be able to accomplish it. I did say a genius might be able to accomplish it, but I don't buy it. That kind of thing shouldn't be possible, even for a genius. Humans just aren't capable of replicating movements down to the millimeter. If they could, there would be no point in sports of any kind. So what kind of trick did he use to bypass this room's haunting? You said the only way humans could do this was through automation, but he managed it because he does anything but that. Huh? Human movements may seem simple, but they're actually very complex. Even the everyday actions nobody thinks about, like walking, raising our hands, bending over. Any person consciously coordinates stance. No, hundreds of body parts to make that happen.
Oh, and he does them all manually?
It actually takes tremendous cognitive effort to manually replicate every single motion. People's bodies move on signals from their brain, but the cerebral cortex is inherently imprecise. It tends to do sloppy work.
True.
It can manage simple calculations or make correct decisions. It even makes people's personalities fuzzy and incoherent. The only reason we're able to do these kinds of things without thinking about them, that is to automate them, is because of the basal ganglia. Ganglia. Without basal ganglia, people will never be able to live their lives as easily as they do. So what do you think someone's daily life would be like if their basal ganglia simply didn't work? Even so-called simple actions like walking or raising a hand would require extreme constant effort. Most people without functioning basal ganglia would probably be stuck in a hospital bed or depend on machines to live. But not Shizuki. He's not how to manually move his body just as naturally as we do. As though if it were nothing.
Okay, that's interesting. So, is this the wound on his neck? I don't know where the basal ganglia is, but is that like around that part? Or is it in the brain? Oh, wait. Yeah. So I'm guessing the place, the military base or whatever where he grew up in, they took that out so that they basically forced the kids to learn to move their bodies manually to have more precise inputs or completely precise inputs. Okay. To operate, you go to the neck. Okay. You can read this in Sonoji's profile. Okay, that's interesting.
Compared to most of us who rely on our basal ganglia support to move our limbs and have no idea what our bodies are really doing.
Also, I wonder how much of this was Nasu making this up here for the event on the spot, and how much of this was already thought of when he first made Mahoyo. I wonder if he was like, you know what, this could fit everything up until this point, so let me edit it in because I think it's kind of cool. I wonder.
Compared to most of us who...
yeah, what is he really doing?
Shizuki knows what every bit of his body is doing at all times and is constantly racking his mind to move it. That's all this comes down to. It's a mechanism that isn't artistic in any way. It is still inarguably art in its own right.
Yeah, I wonder.
For Shizuki, replicating movements down to the millimeter is no different than breathing.
Okay, let's see if she really is... Ah. Yep, she's here alright. Hey, you there, the pretty lady in the suit. We'd like to talk to you for...
Aozaki, but I thought you were dead.
I'm sure you're surprised, but please, take it easy. We don't want to fight. We just want to talk about last night. You just want to talk? Oh no, you're not fooling me. I could easily see Aozaki coming back to life just for a rematch. Honestly, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Besides, I knew what I was getting into when I came to this country to investigate the mage. The only way we're settling this is with maximum effort and violence. Don't even demand a one-on-one duel. You can all come at me at once. My Mystic Code is a counterpunch from the Age of Gods that can turn back any attack. Oh, but it's weak to curse fear and such, so please, don't use any underhanded methods like those. I love Bazett. I guess this is it for me. But it's partly my own fault for letting myself get rusty. I should have known better than to run away without proving my innocence. Fine, do with me what you will. I know all about the infamous Aozaki Aoko, the puppet master. Go ahead, use me for whatever twisted experiments you like.
I remember this fight. That's the fight where she's invulnerable unless unless you apply fear to her and then all of her buffs go away. I remember going into that fight and not having anyone with fear, so I exited that fight and then I don't remember if it was Van Gogh or Alice on the team, and then I went back into the fight.
Use me for whatever twisted experiments you like. Huh? Toko's my sister. I mean... Wait. Oh, I know all about the infamous Aozaki Aoko, the puppet master, yeah. Huh? Toko's my sister. I mean, did you see any puppets during that battle? Oh, now that you mention it, I guess it was more of a good old-fashioned brawl, wasn't it? So you're really not Aozaki Aoko then? Hell no, we might look similar, but we couldn't be more different.
You do not look similar.
I don't think she was forced, no.
Alice.
If you're fixed on her, then you must be a seal designation enforcer for the association.
That's why. Makes sense.
Seal designation. Yes, the people like you are only around to make sure extraordinary talents stay safe. Stay safe. But the truth is, you're executioners who go around apprehending mages. So what's an enforcer like you doing at a hot spring inn like this? Why did you kill me?
She was not forced, yeah.
I knew you were going to say something like that.
She's pouting and turning her back on us. God, I can't wait to play Hollow Ataraxia. I want to know more about Bazett. She's great. Every time I see her, she's great.
Poor thing. You shouldn't have been so mean to her, Aozaki. The way she's pouting proves that she's innocent. What do you expect, Shizuki? Aoko can't help but pick on the weak. It's in her nature. Would you two shut up for a moment? I wasn't being serious. I was just trying to trick her into talking. I know you're not going to believe me, but I didn't kill you. But when I went to the bath early in the morning and found you dead with your face caved in...
That's why she's still not Bond 10. She's like Bond 8 or something. We're close enough.
I knew I'd be blamed for it, so I decided to hide. I figured everyone else would forget about me if they didn't see me for a while. That seems questionable, but hey, who am I to judge? Anyway, what about last night? One of the guests said they heard you and me arguing at a public bath. What are we arguing about? What did you see? Well, I, don't care about the secret springs. I just, you know, came to suck in the springs because I couldn't sleep.
Oh? Wait, oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my Bazett. Oh my Bazett. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hello? Anyone here? Yeah, just me. Looks like my plan to stake my claim late at night paid off. Spring of romance? That's so stupid. As if a hot spring could have any effect on your destiny. I don't buy it for a second, but luck with men is all captured anyway, so I'm sure this'll only help. There's plenty of time until morning too, so it is. I'll be the first in the spring for sure. Huh? Are you going in? The Bazett's adorable. I then explained that no, I wasn't there to go in the spring and promptly left the bath. After that, I went back to the public bath lobby and laid down in one of the massage chairs and waited for morning. That was my backup plan, to take a perfectly natural morning bath. I then went back to the public bath as soon as I was 5 and that was when you found my body. When you made yourself scarce right before Ellie showed up. That would definitely make you look suspicious, but you didn't actually kill her, right? Of course not! I wouldn't kill someone just for catching me try to sneak into a secret spring. Did anyone else come to the lobby while you were there? No, no one. I thought that was strange too, but since there was still a corpse there, I had no choice but to run. Maybe we should ask the other guests their alibis. On second thought, no, there'd be no point. My first death could plausibly be explained away as an accident, but someone clearly killed me for my second. The question is, how did the killer get into the bath? Exactly. I had my eyes peeled the whole time to make sure no one got in before me. Actually, I was wondering about that. Why did you leave Aoko alone in the bath? If you wanted to be the first to go in, wouldn't killing her make sure she didn't beat you to the punch? Because she was still fully dressed. No one's going to go in a hot spring wearing their clothes, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying earlier.
I'm sorry for all the trouble my companion caused you. She really does regret her actions, so I hope you can forgive her. Hey, don't act like this was all on me. From what I hear, you gave them a pretty big headache yourself. Alright, no more fighting. You two are both leaving now, right? Take care. Oh, but first, I have a question for you. The real reason you came to this inn was to go in the Spring of Romance, right? That's right. Bazett insisted that she wasn't going to die lonely on a potentially fatal assignment.
That's crazy.
Don't be ridiculous. I just came here to make sure I was in good shape for my Aozaki Aoko investigation. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sorry for messing that up for you. You don't have to apologize. Last night was just a coincidence. Bad luck, that's all. Anyway, you said you're Aozaki Aoko's sister, right? Then I think we should get going before things get really messy. Farewell, everyone, and please don't tell anyone about what happened in the conference room, okay? Oh, one more thing. If you're going to continue with your investigation, look for my briefcase. It has all the documents put together for this stealth mission, but went missing at some point.
How?
Missing? Do you think someone stole it? Probably, but specially made to be extra durable, so they won't be able to break it open easily. If you find it, you have my permission to look at its contents.
The passcode is 2005-1028. What happened in 2005-1028? I don't know. Hollow Ataraxia release date. Ha.
Those documents didn't have any useful information for me, or maybe they will for you.
And then they left. So they were both completely innocent, huh? And the killer must be one of the remaining guests, or one of the inn's full-time residents. Yeah, this is 2001. Yeah, exactly. Among the guests, there's the woman who claims to have come here with her family on vacation, the man who gives off old-fashioned patriarch vibes, the south-style psychic with a hunting rifle, and the inconspicuous yet suspicious girl. For the residents, there's the proprietor and the doll maker. That makes 6 suspects in total, and among them, the ones whose true goals we still know are Fujinon and Sugitani.
Right. I bet they're here for the omnipotent secret spring. The exorcisms are probably just a pretext.
Yoshisuke and Kashinoko have been working at the same for a long time, so they wouldn't have any goal beyond that. And if 2 of the guests are just here on vacation, does that mean we should be suspicious of the psychics too? Wrong. Ryogi and Shiro are the 2 shadiest by far. This inn's so well known for being haunted that it's on the brink of bankruptcy. There's no way regular people would come here by choice for a hot spring. Anyway, we've narrowed the suspects down. If we split up again tomorrow, we should get pretty close to wrapping this investigation up. Are you guys listening to me?
I was thinking about the example from before, and I don't see how wishing for someone dead to come back to life is a bad thing. Why would a wish like that cause the world to end? That's a good question, Mesh. The problem is, once you bring that person A back to life, that establishes a new law of nature, saying it's okay for the dead to be revived. From there, it's only a matter of time until that person's B, C, and D come back to life as well. The more it happens, the less rare it becomes, and eventually, the new law becomes permanent and normal. And then, before you know it, you have a world with living dead people everywhere you go. Isn't there a term for that, Aoko? I think we saw it in that weird movie Shizuki borrowed from Kinomi. What was it called again? Dance of the Dead?
Oh, no, Alice, you're thinking of Dawn of the Dead. Though it's definitely a classic zombie movie. It must be nice to be so carefree that you can just sit down for tea like it's nothing. Don't feel like you have to keep her company, Mesh.
Not at all. I'm learning a lot from her. Alice's lessons have been a valuable source of mystic knowledge, and they're entertaining too. You see, Aoko, it's fine. Mesh still remembers her manners, unlike a certain someone I could name. Don't worry, we can still hear what you're talking about just fine, so don't mind us.
That's all. Alright, then tomorrow, let's go with the same teams and talk to... Wait, we should have Alice stay here instead of coming with us. She can't use her ploys right now. Shit, really? Yeah, I guess you're right. She's not gonna be much help in a brawl otherwise, unlike Aozaki. Alright, Delivermat. Tomorrow you go with Sojiro and Aozaki. By the way, are we not gonna go in the outdoor bath today? I was looking forward to it. Ryogi's family is using it today. That's only fair. We don't have any right to monopolize it. Damn, too bad. Well, might as well call it today then. Tomorrow's going to mark the Secret Spring Tour's halfway point. Make sure you all get plenty of rest tonight. Oh, the fog. Ah, that's loud. Why isn't the alarm stopping?
Morning! Have any good dreams? It's a morning radio here, but here to bring your daily update.
What's up, Robin? How come you're not with Alice?
Miss me. All I know is I woke up here and I was already packing away at your water bottle. Gotta have my water in the morning, seeing as I'm a bird and all.
Okay, I'm up. Huh, it's chilly today. Of course, the morning routine.
So, how's the investigation going? Figured out who done it yet? You know, I got some idea myself. Seeing as I'm a Richard III, I usually forget things real quick like. But I just remember something about this inn.
Richard III, huh?
You bet the killer's the one who makes all that noise when they move and spits out those nasty looking
Gunshots. Sugitani.
Senpai!
That came from a public bath. Come on. He gonna finish? Yeah. Great. I had a feeling this is gonna happen again. Jesus. In the bath this time? Oh. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello, Ushi. Bad end. Jesus Christ, yeah. I feel like we speedran this pretty fast. And we got like, what, maybe halfway through it? Even then, we already started on like this part here. Oh, we did not get halfway through it even. Not even close, actually. There's at least like 5-6 hours probably left. If it's the same length. I am going to, as I said earlier at the beginning, if you guys weren't here, wait, I wanna keep the OST playing. Wait, also, let me make sure I don't overcap. As I said at the beginning, I really want to get back to the main story. I'm really enjoying the story, the event story here, but I really want to get to the main story. So tomorrow we're gonna do the interludes, and then on Thursday we're gonna start Tunguska. I am going to finish the event on my own. So I'm not gonna do it on stream, but I definitely will check it out myself. But I really want to get back to the main story when it comes to on-stream stuff. So tomorrow interludes, Thursday we start Tunguska. That's the plan. During this weekend I'm gonna be away as well. So no streams during the weekend. But Monday we're gonna be back. Sounds like a good plan. Yeah, I feel like that's fine. I feel like we got a good taster here with the event today on stream. And I feel like we got some lore drops and stuff. It's a really fun one. It's a lot more fun than I was actually expecting it. So which interludes are you going to play? I mean, I'm going to play the Angry Mango one, and then my mods are going to make some other ones that they deem to be necessary for the lore and stuff, or at least important. Maybe not necessary, but important. I don't know which ones they are yet. They haven't revealed it. So yeah. Yeah, I know, gents. I was planning on playing the entire thing on stream, but I honestly, I don't know why. I just have not been motivated to play this event at all on stream. I've been really missing the main story. So it's been kind of like killing my motivation not playing the main story in such a long time. So I just really want to get back to it. I really want to continue on with that. Yeah. I guess I can show you like a tiny bit of what I've done with my account while I was gone for this like very long time. Very long time. My Alice is Bond 5, 1088 as she was when I first got her. So she's doing good. I've been using her a lot. Recovering from Mahoyo, yeah. My Castoria is Bond 6, 101010 of course. What else did I do? I've bonded up my Ishtar a bit, bond 5. I've used her for farming because she has a 50 or the 20% bond up bonus for being the, I don't know, the pilgrimage festival or whatever. Shizuki's bond 5 as well. I've used him a tiny bit. He's 441. I've used my Kalyasho a lot. 838. Bond 3. Maybe not a lot, but I've used them a bit. He's 838 or whatever, yeah. What else did I do? I think he's still 667. Yeah. He's 667. And then we have... Did I level anyone else? It doesn't seem that way. I don't think I leveled anyone else. A lot. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I think that's about all I done. All I did. I just found a bit. I also got a little bit more moolah, a little bit more QP finally, just because of those. Well, it's not that much. Oh, Aoko. I leveled up Aoko a tiny bit. 976. She's getting there. She's getting there. It's just I didn't have the money. I'll do it. You know. I also am missing these threads and also Twink Stars. I need like 15 more for this. 37 mil. Okay, this is purely from the bath. From the bath, you know, the thing that opens up every single day, the springs. It's purely for the springs. Why her battery not 9? I'll get there. The thing is, with her skill 1, you really want it to be level 10 because of the 2 cooldown, right? Because you want it to be up on turn 3. You use it on turn 1 and then you want it to be up on turn 3 as well. That's why. Same thing with Alice's skill 3, right? You want it to be up on turn 3 as well. So you want it to be level 10. Get back to farming. I'll get there. I'll get there. Yeah. You can, but you don't need to. I mean, yeah, you don't need to level anyone, but if you want to optimize it. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I feel like there just hasn't been much. I don't know. It didn't feel like there was much happening in FGO recently, so it was kind of chill. This event has been going on for what feels like 2 months at this point. I just want to get back to the main story. Like, I've been playing other stuff as well. I've been playing a little bit of like Wuthering Waves. Even I re-downloaded it. That was kind of fun. Skill 2 enables farming, skill 1 level 10 enables better damage. Yeah. Wave damage, yeah. For reruns, Summer and Draco event. It'll be a dead month on FGO after this event. I'm fine with this because I need to catch up on the main story. So in that time we're gonna do like Tunguska Chaum, LB7. Is OC1 after LB7? Or is there anything else after LB7? OC1 is after LB7. OC Prologue. Okay. Nice. Yeah, so we're catching up. Yeah, Tunguska Chaum, LB7, Prologue, OC1. I guess that then there's OC2. And then we're caught up. So and then there's only events, and then we need to do extra. And then after we do extra and extra CCC, then we have OC3 coming. We have all of the events as well. The summer events, the anniversary. Yeah. And then after we catch up to all of those, then we truly have nothing left in this game until, I don't know, OC4 comes out or whatever. OC Prologue would ideally be on LB7 final stream. Oof, how long is it? The Prologue. Like an hour? Ooh. We'll see how long the LB7 stream is gonna end up being, the final one. Ascension 999 all servants. That's kind of crazy. We'll see. Okay. We'll see how it's gonna go. But yeah, as I said, tomorrow we're just gonna be going through. Oh, tomorrow's stream is also gonna be a bit later than usual, especially a lot later than today's one. Probably gonna be about 2 to 3 hours later than today's. 3 hours later than today's, actually. Maybe even 3.5 hours later than today's. I don't think it's gonna be too long of a stream because, as I said, we're only gonna be going through the interludes. I'm gonna do the Angry Mango one, and then the rest of them I think are all gonna be on YouTube that we're gonna check out. I don't know how many there's gonna end up being, but yeah, and then Tunguska on Thursday, and then no stream until most likely Monday, maybe even Tuesday, but probably Monday, and then we go probably finish Tunguska in 2 streams, maybe 3 on Tuesday. We finish Tunguska and then we go into Traum. I don't know how long the Traum is gonna end up being, but yeah. But yeah, I need to go. Oh yeah, every single Thursday and Tuesday stream that's gonna happen from here on out is gonna be around this kind of time slot, just because I have some obligations happening now. I restarted my Mandarin lessons that happen at 9 p.m. for me, so I need to leave at 8 or at 6. No, they happen at 7, so I need to leave at 6. That's it. Yeah, that's it. So every single Thursday and Tuesday, this is gonna be the time slot for the streams. But at least we get Thursday streams. Yeah. Yeah, Mandarin lessons. It's been a while. But I need to restart it before it gets completely rusty. Okay, anyways, thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for the interludes, the Angry Mango interludes and the rest of them. I still don't know which ones they're gonna end up being, but it's gonna be a surprise for all of us. So we'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.